we are live, and we're live here with Camel Moon and friends, and I guess that's just me. No, wait, Blue
Hey,
is
there's
here as
someone.
well. How you going,
Yeah,
Blue?
rock
Going
on,
well.
Mr.
Camel, how are you
Bancroft.
going today? You've been busy.
Oh my God, I'm so tired. But yeah, we did good so far. Right? We made about I think 3 grand already, so very good.
Did you start on Art T Bears?
I did, yeah,
Yeah, I caught that one. It was
and I
nice.
I was so out of it that I was like ready to go with a full pot of coffee at 10 in the morning, but
Oh,
it was 10 his time, not noon for me. So I'm sitting there for like 20 minutes. I'm like, what
Oh,
the hell is this?
it must be so tough making thousands and thousands of dollars
By sitting
as
on
you
my
close
ass.
out this super popular campaign. Oh my goodness, I'm so
Yeah.
devastated
don't
for
worry, man.
you.
I couldn't tell you were out of it. You just seemed like you. It was all fine. We love you.
Okay. Yeah.
It's good.
Big
Normal,
Pimp and Camel
clueless
Moon.
camel moon.
We have invited other guests, but we don't know if they're going to turn up because we just don't have that kind of pull. I mean, we like
I
to
hope I
pretend
hope
we
we
do.
invited other guests. I gave up watching Preston's stream for this.
We should
Oh,
invite
oh.
Preston. That's the real. Hey, man.
No,
You can watch episode 5. Get his
he's showcasing
reactions.
somebody right now. So
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know about inviting people who are live to come on. That might be a bit hard. But there's plenty of people out there in CG. There's plenty of people uh, in the cartoon itself. Anyone who's in the cartoon has open invite to come on and help us close this bad boy out.
But for shits and giggles, what an alpha move would that be to invite someone who's actually streaming? Like, oh, that's nice. But, let's close it down.
Ethan could do that. He could do that. He's like, hey, I'm streaming now. Well, why don't you close that shit down and get onto a real channel?
Yeah, that's nice that you're, playing with your blocks over there, but we're actually doing some work over here.
Oh, snap. Look at this guy.
That's,
Joe, how you going?
wow, an American Indian.
Yeah, that's a bit. Is that Indian
A
headwear? Is that
true
politically
Native
incorrect?
American.
I heard there's a party going on.
There is a party going on, guys.
In my pants.
Remember, I was talking about it yesterday.
if I
Oh,
unclench
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
right on.
And it comes with audio visuals as well. Give me a second. Should scroll down here. Here we go. Ready?
How does it happen? You're coaching the crew, or printing the news, or straining till you thought you would burst. You sure got a thirst. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Victoria Bitter.
There you go.
I liked the music. I was swaying my head to it.
Yeah. I have 2 others. I forgot to upload them. Oh well, we'll just have to drink. Here's to you, Mr. Big Pimp.
Thank you, sir. You know
Yep.
what? I'm gonna put
Drinking coffee. What are you doing?
a scotch. Go put it in there.
Scotch. Oh,
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, here's to straining till you thought you would burst.
Right out of the
Hang
bottle.
on, I can't drink this like this. This is outrageous. Hang on. Need to get that a bit. There you go. Now it won't get warm in my hand.
Yeah, and also hail to the chat and everyone who has been backing me in these last few hours. Well, the whole 60 days, but definitely the last few hours have been crazy. Everyone's rallying, so I really appreciate that. Everyone's amazing.
Yeah, we will get to that. You have well and truly defeated me. I bow down in shame.
My wife made a little pillow, and it says, "You beat Bancroft." I'm kidding.
Not only did you beat me, that would be weird. Not only did you beat me, but you beat me without a comic book.
And on your own
it's-
channel.
And on my own channel. I do feel a little demasculated here. We should say hello to some people in the chat though.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing this thing where I've been sharing the link out early, and just to get people here in the chat, people pumped and primed, and it's been a party here in the chat. The only issue is StreamYards won't let me go back all the way, so like this is the first one I've got. I don't know exactly when it was, but it's Skip Edwards, and he's saying, "Hail Mo Biggs, Jim Cox, and all the wonderful bracket Eeple." that read my script. Well, I read a little bit more of it last night, Skip. So there you go. Little tick from me there. Mo Biggs is here. Fantastic. Great to see you here. No need to deliberately exclude Michael like that. Well, I haven't actually read the full script yet. Jim Cox is here. Great to see you, buddy. CG World Orders in the house. He says, "How chat." Who else? Leroy. I've been seeing Leroy around as well. I've been going onto a bunch of different streams today, and yeah, it seemed like Camel Moon was in all of them, so I had to keep popping around. I'm like, I'm not gonna stalk this guy for hours on end before I bring him on the show and we hang out. I mean, that's just weird.
What's he saying? Was he still wearing that shirt?
He's like, God, hear the same story over and over again.
Yes, we all know about
Yeah,
Space
folks.
Ghost.
Dragon Smith, 30 minutes to go, getting fired up. Dragon had a good question about Captain Picard earlier. I like that. I see you in there, Blue. To see you there. Representing for the panel. Jason Black. He says, woke up with Donna Lewis. I love you always forever by Donna Lewis in my head.
Ooh.
Thank you for sharing, Jason. Oh, and he's even dropped in a little link for us. Well, don't click on that now. Chaotic Neutral is here.
Oh, there it is.
He says, sucks, I gotta work. I'm here in spirit. Oh, man, that sucks. Sorry. Maybe you'll get off in time. We'll still be going. Who else is here? A bunch of people. Already 40 people here, and we just started.
Oh, good. Very good.
Not bad. Punching above our weight. Adega Outlaw says, good evening. Good evening back to you, Black Rose Comics. How chat. It just keeps going down and down and down. Vilnet is here.
What's up,
Is
Bill
the
Ned?
ship a giant troll? The ship is the SS Titty, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. The ship is technically... Well, you're going to find out, right? I don't want to say too much, but you're going to find out in the comic.
That will be drawn eventually one day. You know these things take a little while to draw, you realize.
Well, hold on. First of all, I noticed on Twitter you said to someone that at least one of us has a comic. Well, I sent you something. Something I thought we could unveil to your audience tonight. It's in your Twitter.
Oh,
Is it a
shit.
shredder?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm expecting to see it's a photo of my second pin that I'll be receiving, hopefully.
No, the first 2 pages, or 2-page spread of interior art. Colored.
Holy crap. Colored. Oh, my
Colored.
goodness. Well, let me very quickly say hello to Todd's Truth, Jack Stafford, Henry Foster. Hey, buddy, how you going? He's pale. Fantastic. Felix Huss is in the house. Mel B. She's in the kitchen. Lord Finatra. So patriotic, Albino. He is, isn't he? We love a patriot here on this channel.
He
Rick
is.
Saylor, I didn't say hello to you earlier, and you were one of the first because your chat's got deleted. Antoine says cheers, and I think that's everyone. Ryan Cardinal, yo, everyone. Hicks Allen. Okay, we're there. Did I get it under 10 minutes? Oh, close. I saw you saying, Blue, that Nick Recader.
Yeah.
His hello to the chat can sometimes go on for hours.
An hour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just tune in when he's done.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is his excuse for letting it go for an hour is, oh, well, people come late. Well, people come late because they're skipping all the BS.
Yeah, that's true. Chicken or egg.
That's a marketing tactic, though. That's an hour of super chats he's getting that he
That's
doesn't
what-
have to actually perform for.
That's what it's turned into is, we're going to talk about this tonight. And then for the next hour, they don't talk about that at all.
Yeah.
Mel says it's
I
sexist that I said she's in the
thought that
kitchen. Are you
too.
not in the kitchen? Are you not in the kitchen? You are in the kitchen, aren't you? I mean, it's accurate.
We didn't put you there.
I know she does not have any chains. There's no ball and chain on that ankle.
Yeah, she could be plenty of other. She could be in the laundry room. She could be doing.
She
You know,
could
she could be vacuuming. You know,
I mean, there's plenty of mess to clean up. It's it's all there.
she'd be at the grocery
Right.
store buying food for the kitchen.
She already did that. She
Oh.
got me some lovely salt and pepper squid for lunch. It was fantastic.
Oh, that sounds very good, actually.
It was. And we got this. I saw Dan Frager was, I think he was actually talking to you. He was talking about an air fryer.
What's that?
Was that to you? Maybe it was to someone else. Anyway, he was talking about they just got an air fryer and how it's revolutionized the house. And man, it has. These things are brilliant. You just put whatever you want in there, pizza, chicken, anything, and it just fries up for like 10 minutes. It's healthier apparently, and it's all delicious. Everything comes out crispy.
Oh, I love crisp.
Yeah.
Keep it crisp. She called us turds.
If you dehydrate the surface, everything's crisp.
She's so Aussie now.
Turds.
Although she wants to get out of Australia because we've become a Chinese communists. What's like a sub area of a country called?
The armpit.
Well, Melanie,
anyway,
no matter where you move, there'll be a kitchen.
That was pretty good.
I like that one. I like that one. Poor Mel. But she loves the kitchen. She loves cooking. Too bad our kids don't like eating what she cooks.
Just one
It's got
after
nothing to do with
another.
her cooking. It's got nothing to do with her cooking. It's they're picky. They're picky kids.
I feel her pain. Our kids used to eat anything you put in front of them.
Yeah.
And then one day they stopped, and it's been a nightmare ever since.
Oh.
Yeah, they eat things and then they stop eating and then they go back to eating because they see a friend eat it.
Right.
They're at a party and such and such eats that. Oh, now you like it all of a sudden, and then a week later they're back to hating it.
Mhm.
Make up your mind, you.
I love
Turtlers.
oysters, right?
Mo says I know why she really wants to get out of Australia. She's looking for better options.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth, crackhead?
She's
All right, let's look
looking
at some
to-
art.
Are you suggesting she's looking to upgrade her children's father figure?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, there's the implication there.
Truth hurts.
yeah.
Antoine wants to know what happened to the pregnant lady that got arrested for Facebook posts. She went on to all the news shows. She's like a bit of a professional agitator. That's not excusing what happened to her, but I think she's kind of ready for it. And anyway, she has been charged, I believe, with incitement to protest.
Is that a thing in the?
It is
Australia?
currently for the next 6 months. They extended it, and it's when there's a state of emergency or state of disaster, it is a thing.
Yeah.
And we'll see. We'll see where that leads. Can you see why Mel wants to get out of Australia?
Well, she needs to
Or at
stop
least out of this state.
Tell her to tell her to stay
Stop
inside.
posting and start figuring out a way that we can get and go move to America or something.
Tell her to fall in line.
I remember one of the first anti-lockdown protests I saw on the news or videos online. It was like, oh wow, that's really happening. And then they showed video of it. Everyone was 6 feet apart across this huge open lot, just waving at traffic. Like, okay, they're outdoors, I guess.
Yeah.
Can't believe that anybody would see that as a reason for arrest, but different country.
All right, now, Mr. Big Pimp, what if I share art and then everyone hates it and they all ask for refunds? What's going to happen then?
They won't. It's dope. But that is kind of funny, right? It's like I wait right to the last day, and then everyone's like, "Oh, that's the interior art, huh?" All right, well.
No, they're not going to hate it. We've seen your art before. Here it is.
Everything's purple.
Oh,
Yeah.
bisexual lighting.
Yeah.
I just like that color palette, so that's what I'm gonna do.
I do too, actually. I say it's time we take back bisexual.
Yeah,
lighting
make it
color palette.
mansexual. This is the new mansexual lighting from now on. Nothing gay about that.
Here's
It's all
Ethan.
brown.
Other than EVS's left-hand weapon there. What is
that? That's,
Oh no, that's the scalp of the.
That's the
go down.
scalp of the troll. Yeah, there
Yeah,
you
you
go.
cut it
See?
off. Yeah. Gotta look at the whole picture, Biggs. Or Blue.
And
Well, it keeps moving around.
there's
I'm
King
dyslexic.
Zach. Well, there's details in here.
Yeah. Oh, I like this comment here. Dragon Smith says bisexual lightning is actually just 80s color palette. Yes. And actually, when I was on with Kelsey earlier, he was like, "This looks so retro," and I was like, "That's the point. I want it to look like it's only 36 colors, and it's like the kind of stuff that Jack Kirby would use. So when you open it up, you're going to get this like kind of feeling. There's a lot of like zipatone in there, and there's no gradation in the actual coloring, so it's going to feel like you're picking up a comic from the 70s and 80s.
There's
Very
not a lot of
appropriate.
red. That's what caught me. It's like that. There's a little one red person right there, or troll.
Zach's got his guns. Excellent. There you go. First, we have seen artwork. There is artwork incoming. And
So what I'm thinking is
has that
instead of-
taken you 2 months to draw?
I get it. By 2034, you guys should have your comic. No, it's a page a day, so I think I can get the whole thing done in a relatively quick amount of time. Yeah. Or you open it up and that's just the page spread, right? That's it. That's the whole comic.
And the rest is just margins.
Just
Every
you can
page.
imagine the story.
It's all margins. Brian points out that that sword is placed right over the groinal area, and that EVS
Extending
be
from
clutching-
under the belly.
Another sword, if you will.
another kind of sword.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just saying.
a schlong sword.
Mo says we need to move to Mexico and then we can sneak across the border before the wall is finished. I don't know if we'll be doing that. There you go. Has anyone responded to my invite? So they're all ignoring me. Let's have a
We're
look.
gonna have to do this by ourselves, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and 46 lovely people in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sword of EVS's reminds me of my favorite part of your trailer is the minigun placement as your boy Zach comes out firing.
I mean, that's just where you hold a minigun. I'm not, I mean, not everything is innuendo. Sometimes it's just how you hold a gun.
So you just set that minigun right up against your crotch and then start firing away.
Yeah, go watch Terminator. That's where he has it. Go watch Predator. That's where Jesse Ventura has it. They're not holding it up here. It's like,
Oh, I thought they were holding it on their hip, not on their testicles.
Well, it's against his hip. It just looks, it's the angle.
Okay.
It's all about angles.
I'll go watch Commando again. I don't mind.
Yeah. I don't think he has a minigun in Commando, though.
Oh, he's got the quad rocket launcher, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
You wouldn't see the
Okay.
minigun until after that.
Yeah.
You idiot.
Of course.
Black Rose wants to know where his narwhal plushie is.
I'm thinking, I've had so many people ask me for those, so I think I'm going to seriously look into it for the next campaign. Because, everybody wants them, and if I have this many people who want them, that means that I can order them in bulk, and then hopefully get rid of them by the end of the campaign. Like, sell them.
Yeah, they're not hard to make. There's just high minimums. That's all.
Yeah, I think the minimum's anywhere from 250 to 500 for an order like that. So
Do you have a spare bedroom?
I know, right? Not right now.
You're
but
gonna
yeah. I will
ceiling
in the house.
full, ceiling full of narwhal plushies.
Yeah.
And narwhal will come over one day and he'll be like, "What's in that room?" Nothing. It's not weird at all. I've got
the
plushies
door.
of you.
Just fall on you. I'm gonna keep them in the fridge because I don't want them to melt.
Get all
You
those
know what
little
you should
net
do?
hammocks that little girls hang on their wall for holding their stuffed animals.
Imagine
around the house.
you get up to 100K in the next campaign. Or you could,
Ooh.
is this going to be an in demand?
Everything. Yeah, I should tell you guys now. Like everything's coming down except for the comic.
Say
Did you
again,
check
I
the
didn't hear
box
that.
already?
I'm taking everything down except for the comic.
Ooh,
Have you
the
checked
fabled
the
comic.
box?
That's a bold strategy, considering you've seen one page of it. Lots of covers. A whole lot of covers.
It's coming. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, but just imagine 100,000. You do a narwhal toy, and it's so cute. It's soft and squishy, and it's got that that Shay showed you. Know that shiny,
Oh, yeah, sure.
pearlescent thing for the nose thing.
Schnoz. Yeah.
For the schnoz, and then you squeeze it, and he starts giving us his best narwhalisms. like,
Yeah. Maybe
"Ooh."
you could squeeze it and he'll ejaculate on you.
Well, the problem with that is, oh god, the problem with that is
That's
no
white
one
goo.
will buy them for their kids. Like you could actually see, like it will be funny. You can pass it off to your kid. It's a cute little weird ice cream thing. There's
Yeah.
a secondary market there. But
It's yeah.
if you relate it at any way back to the cartoon, yeah, then
Yeah.
they probably no.
I mean, there's nothing about it that's a gross. I mean, in the cartoon, contextually, it's gross, but like the design itself is pretty wholesome. So I think
Yeah,
that,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah, if it had a functional propeller hat, I'd buy one, but not if it had a functional reproductive system.
Do you want more narwhals?
No, one is enough.
They could make like drone narwhal and marry it to a plushie.
Robert says, "Keep it up. I always wait until the last minute." Well, the issue with that I think is a lot of this stuff has to get ordered, and numbers have to be finalized and all that sort of stuff. It's not just a book that you can.
Yeah, so like with the comic, it's easier for me to keep that in demand, but
Yeah.
with especially like the standees, no, I need to put the order in because it's going to take at this point, it's well over, I don't know, got to be over 1,000, maybe 1,500 standees I have to make. So I have to get that order in as soon as I can because honestly, if I don't, they won't get it done in time for shipment. And just for example, like just getting the, they prioritize high orders, but when I sent out just for the singles of the first and second wave, that took me about 6 weeks to get back. So when you have 1,500 of them, it's going to take time to make them. So I need to make sure that I can get that to you guys in time.
All right, we do actually really need to bring this up right now because you are on the. Oh crap! I just stopped sharing it. All right, do that again. You are on the brink of 600 backers, my friend.
Oh yeah. So if you guys, that's one of the stretch goals. If we get to 600, anyone who has cover A, no matter what tier, or even if you bought it by yourself, cover A gets upgraded to holofoil.
Oh snap!
Yeah, it's a really nice perk, and that is consistent. That's not just for the duration of the campaign. That is moving into the future. So yeah, right there, and that's three backers away.
Narwhal drone is not a fantastic idea, Jack. You already here. I read you say up here. Where was it? You left a comment. You said, "Anybody wants a nice house in the American Midwest? I'm willing to trade to go to Australia, New Zealand." It's you Americans. You have no idea how lucky you are. The freedoms that you were born into. We have a madman in control of us right now, and
Well, it's the same
no one
here,
can do anything about it. Yeah, but you have checks and balances. We've got a premier who is there's about 2 or 3 people making all the decisions for this whole lockdown, and they're taking all of their cues from a supercomputer. It's like Dr. Evil. He's like, where are you getting all this information from? He says, well, we have a supercomputer.
Oh, you guys have
It's telling us all of the data that we need to know to be able to get us through this crisis.
It sounds to me like you live in Oz.
We're living through. Yeah, well,
It's
we
the,
do
it's
live
the
in Oz.
beautiful city of Oz.
He's the Wizard of Oz. That's right.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Oh, so where do you live? My wife asked me. I said Victoria. Was I right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Because we were trying to figure out time zones, and she's like, "There's 3 time zones in Australia." I was like, "Yeah, I think it's Victoria."
Yeah. There's it's the smallest state except for Tasmania. Maybe it is smaller. No, I think it is bigger than Tasmania. But it's one of the biggest states for economy and population. So we're just totally screwing over everyone else as well.
Oh, yeah.
With the economy and everything, because there's a lot of business going on down here. Yeah, an Australian supercomputer. This is what we're working with right now. I mean, you couldn't write this stuff.
Maybe it can fix your fly situation.
Well, the flies have actually been pretty good. The flies come in plagues.
Pretty good.
Minimum plague, today.
Yeah, well, we haven't had a plague in a while, is what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like cicadas. You don't see them for years and years, and then all of a sudden they're
There they
all
are.
over the place.
Yeah.
I saw the coolest video about that kind of stuff the other day, but if I said what it was and explained it, we'd lose so many viewers out of boredom.
Let's not do that. We are trying to get
So, shill merch.
Mr. Moon. We're in shill mode right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of shilling, so Michael and I discussed this beforehand, but I think I'm going to open up the Narwhal tier for 30 minutes, just so that you guys could get it if you missed it, or if you wanted to get another one for whatever reason. And I guess we
Not
could
for
do
whatever
that.
reason, just get another one. I mean,
You want to frame one, and then
yeah.
but actually, I mean the coverage.
I thought you learned how to pitch.
Nah. No, on Franken's stream, he was like, say something for 3 minutes. I started talking about Pusheen stickers. I was like, I don't know what you want me to say.
I saw that, and I was deeply embarrassed. This is the guy I agreed to come on to close his stream out.
The best was one of the sheets that was empty because I had used all the stickers.
You're like, look, it's the cat's butthole. This guy.
All the little heart eyes. It was adorable.
Yeah, Todd, you are so right. We can't even keep our internet working, but we have a supercomputer. Yeah, our federal government back in the day spent about $60 billion upgrading our internet. You keep shilling, Camel. I'm going to find something quite funny.
Oh, okay. So what else is? We have a new evil to defeat. Vestige 2 is about $300 above us, so we're trying to close out, leaving them in the dust.
Mhm.
This is not malicious against war campaign.
Oh, the evil is never malicious.
Yeah, they just happen to be right above us.
It's yeah. No, I did it to Rob Arnold.
Yeah, I did it to you. But
on your show.
Yeah, on your show.
Without consent.
On my own show.
Yeah. That was just coincidental. That was.
Yeah.
But so that I think that's once we hit 43,000, we'll pretty much be officially past that. And probably around the same time, we'll be hitting the 600 mark, so you guys can get those hollow foil covers. Yeah.
This is a good beer. No, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You just need to age into it. Just wait until you're about 35, 40 before you have a VB, and you'll be fine. It's a good beer for a hard-earned thirst like me, working hard down here, talking about ice cream Portlandians. All right, here we go. So number 1, Singapore, Iceland, Hong Kong, South Korea, Romania. These are the top internet countries by average download. Okay, let's keep going. Number 53, Guam, Kazakhstan, Australia. We're under Guam and Kazakhstan.
When you're
Wow.
downloading.
A U.S. territory and the home of Borat.
Okay.
Yeah. We are pipping out United Arab Emirates, though. That's surprising.
That is surprising.
They're pretty advanced. Maybe the sheikhs and the kings, the royal families, take it all for themselves.
Well, now that the Trump administration has worked out a peace agreement between the UAE and Israel, they may
They'll get up there.
they may jump up once they get their hands on some Israeli technology.
Mm-hmm.
Like routers and fiber optics.
Well, I can remember this all happened back in the day when I was less educated on such matters. But I can remember arguing with my father saying, we need this internet. It doesn't matter how much it costs. We've got to future-proof the country. The government has to set it up and everything. And my dad was like, you have no idea. This is just going to be so expensive. It's going to be crap. We don't have the money. You're going to be paying this generations in advance. It's going to add to the debt. And the government is not capable of, building this sort of infrastructure. Leave it to the businesses. And I was so adamant that he was wrong. And the point of that story is, yes,
He was right.
He was right.
I was an idiot, and respect your elders. They might actually have a little bit of wisdom in there.
My favorite is I see, especially on Twitter, like these videos of these, you know, college SJW wokies. They're like 16 or 18, I guess. They're arguing with their parents on, race relations. And they're all like, you don't understand how much they've been oppressed. And they're like, oh my God, you need to stop. You just need to shut. You need to shut your mouth.
Especially when their parents are of different races.
Oh yeah, they have this. I don't know. They've been handed, the golden ticket to say whatever they want. It's just kind of annoying.
So, when's the next cartoon coming out? Come on, what are you doing?
I just so you know, the egg salad perk is back. It's live for the next,
Oh shit!
I don't know, 30 minutes or so.
Let's have a look
So
at
if you
it.
guys are interested, get on it. If you don't see it, let me know. Maybe I didn't push the right button or something, but it should be live.
There it is. Egg salad perk.
My bad.
Which salads?
I meant the Greek salad perk. Greek salad perk
Which
is
salads
back.
did I get? I can't remember.
I don't know. You should probably get some more. Just hey, there it is.
Yes, this one I remember. So you get the narwhal cover and a t-shirt,
Yeah.
and
Now I understand your marketing
go.
technique. You're calling these things salad because we're supposed to think these are good for us.
yes,
Oh, he found it out. Yeah. So the next one too, because I didn't want to use all the salads, but for the next campaign, we got fruit salad, pasta salad, potato salad, tuna salad, Waldorf salad. Lots of salads coming our way, your way, really. So it's going to be healthy for at least the first two campaigns. I think I'm running out of salads by the third campaign.
What about a
It's gonna be good
tuna
for the
salad?
mayonnaise industry.
I said tuna salad. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Tuna and
I wasn't
potato.
listening. I wasn't listening.
The potato salad will take the place of the Caesar salad because people call him the potato man.
These stickers, appreciate everyone. These stickers are bloody expensive to produce. More expensive than you would think that they are.
Oh yeah, and
Here's
there's always a minimum quantity for them too.
Yeah, here's a man who's spending all your hard-earned money on little knickknacks.
Hey, they're good size. They're oversized glitter stickers, so they're like 4 by
That's
5
what she
inches. Yeah, and they glitter, and so they're good for your computers and your I don't know what else, skateboards, I guess. I don't know. You could put it on your front door to your house. People know.
Have you been on the phone with one of these representatives when they first see a sticker design like Donnie Cates here?
I was talking to my wife about that. I was like, imagine, just for argument's sake, there's a group of people who really dislike you, and then they decided to meme you and then make a sticker about you.
And they sold a lot of
They
stickers.
sold a ton of them. And I was like, would you be pissed? And she goes, I would be livid. I was like, well, I guess we've done our job.
Well, still, just even like at the production company where they make these things, they get your design in, you're on the phone with them, and they open it for the first time, and they're like, what?
I mean, they don't know what it's, I mean, and I also changed it. So it's not really based on them. It says, let me spiral at you, not can I spiral at you. So, for legality.
A little bit of artistic
I
license.
was thinking about
Yeah.
the giant goat nipples would be what throws them off.
Yeah, maybe they won't notice.
Jack is expressing some frustration here. He doesn't get the male attractor connection.
Because it's Malin in the morning. That was the talk show I made him, have. Where it says get woke in the morning with Malin.
And
Oh, he's on a tractor.
Morning
You need to be on a
tractors.
tractor in the morning. That's when you have to harvest the crops. Do you know anything
so
about
you're
farming?
saying he could just as easily be a toothbrush or a cup of coffee or an alarm clock.
But a tractor is good because it, replaces the dogs. The dogs are sleeping because it's early, So he gets on the tractor. Why do I have to explain this? This isn't complicated.
Oh, you already have you not up to 50,000 yet, have you?
No, we could try for that tonight.
Oh, we could.
We could
I mean,
try.
This thing is going quickly. How much do we need? I'm not going to put everyone through the
I'll
scroll
check.
up because I know that makes people vomit.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Okay.
Well, if we get 8
I don't know
bonus
if we have
pages,
that
then
kind of pull.
the book will be done in what, 2040?
No, I actually, I've kind of streamlined a process for drawing. So realistically, I'll be getting a page with colors done once a day. So hopefully the comic, I mean, although I gave myself till February, it still might not come out till then because I have a lot of other things going on. But realistically, I would say good 60-70% chance it'll come out before Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
So a bit of the same chance that Hillary Clinton had of being elected president.
But I mean, she won the popular so I guess that's something. Yeah,
Well,
and
in
two
California
backers
to
away
make
from
it-
600
to make
guys.
non-citizens able to vote. That's what got her over the line.
All right, let's get that bad
What are
boy
you
back up on
scrolling?
the screen. Are you asking Camel Moon?
Yeah, because I thought we were switching to his computer, so it'd be faster.
No,
I'm not going to put him in charge. Goodness gracious. Two away. I've already forgotten. What's the thing when you get up to 600?
you get
I'm not getting enough
everyone-
sleep these days. Can you tell?
everyone but Michael Bancroft gets a second pin.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Don't say that. Don't say that because they'll clip that
Yeah.
and then they'll be back.
What is? Oh, so cover A. If you bought cover A, or if you're getting cover
Yes.
A, yeah, that goes hollow foil.
Hollow foil. Who else is doing hollow foil? No one else is doing hollow foil.
I think I'm the only one. I think I actually invented it. So
Oh, what does that say about you? You're the only one who's doing it.
Luke and
well, it's the rainbow colors. So
Luke and Mike Odin do holofoils.
yeah, I don't know. Is anyone? I mean, yeah, I don't know who else has done hollow foil. I haven't seen it. I think I feel like somebody must have done it by now, but.
I hate it when I do share application window and then it spies on me whenever I want to go look at something else.
That's why I thought we were switching to his computer.
That would, like you were saying earlier, Blue, that on Twitter, it's far too professional.
Oh, we had a huge jump. Well, we
Yeah.
officially beat Vestige, everyone. Congratulate yourselves. I'll congratulate myself. Like, yeah. Exciting.
Yay.
Thank you, guys.
What does that put you up to? Are you still in the top 25?
I
Or
think
did you
I'm
get bumped?
I think I'm at top 20 now. I
Oh
think I'm at,
shit! Are you really?
19 maybe. Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
can check.
How embarrassing for me.
Officially, I'll
I
be
think I'm-
19 tomorrow, unless
I'm well
Vestige
out.
rallies and makes $1,000 overnight. But yeah. So the next one would be Battle Maiden Knuckle Bomb. Yeah, and then Dragon Guard. I don't know Dragon Guard. I don't know that guy. I got to look into that.
Kevin, somebody or other. He's an industry.
Kevin Sharp, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's that He-Man looking Conan
Yep.
thing. Yeah, that looks like a good book. I mean, I'd still like to beat him, but
Convert. That's the word
You
I'm
know.
looking for. He's an industry convert.
I see. And then Fatal at 45. I think we need to aim to beat Fatal tonight because Fatal took it from me, and I didn't appreciate it. So if we could take it
How
back.
long is Fatal? How long has Fatal been going for?
I don't know. They probably have this is
A
10
few
days. Yeah, they're probably going to get to at least 75.
I saw as well that they're trending as well again. So,
Oh, yeah.
You might be struggling there, buddy.
Don't aim
Well,
for
let's
Fatal.
just
You're
try
just
to
gonna-
beat Pandemic. 50 grand. We could do 51,000. We would beat Pandemic.
You were bragging that where is it? You are still. You're number 24.
Well, yeah, but we shot up so fast. See, the
It
thing,
felt like 19.
yeah, Tracker hasn't
You-
been able to keep up with my speed,
Yeah, it hasn't. No, look. It says that you only got 533 backers here.
Yeah, so that's 70.
You were bragging that you had the most money from the fewest backers.
Well, at
It's
the
like-
time, it was like 420.
just bragging that you're the you're the best at squeezing money out of people.
The bee's knees, I think, is the phrase you're looking for.
Look at me. I used to be up there. I used to be above you for so long. I feel this makes me
Morally,
feel
too.
small.
Oh wow, we got 43 grand. Still at 599 backers. Watch, that's
Holy
the end of the
shit.
campaign.
Do you feel any better now, Mike, after he just rattled off those statistics to you?
No, not at all.
Oh,
I don't.
wow.
Does the sticker ashcan go away tonight as well?
Yes, it does.
Get in now, guys. If you
Yep.
want to have those weird stickers to troll your children
Oh, and
with,
here's-
look, kids, I got a sticker book, and they run away crying.
Yeah, here's the thing about the sticker book too. That will most likely not be offered again. The standees, who knows? Maybe they show up at the for the fans fest or something. But the sticker books, because I have to order the stickers in bulk, so I'll order as many as I have to. I mean, if there's leftover ones, then I can do something with them. But I definitely can't order a new shipment because the amount of stickers you have to order is so high to begin with.
Antoine, you're so right. This is what I need to do. Just boxes and things of stickers, standees,
Sticker
lunch
campaign.
boxes. This is where I went wrong.
Yeah, lucid
mean-
stickers.
I'm banking on people actually liking the book, and spreading the word that way, saying
where you
this
went
is a
wrong.
great book that you want to get and read and get in on the ground floor. You get to know these characters. I fucked up.
So
screwed up
short-sighted. So short-sighted, Mike.
I mean, best practices, right? Ethan was like, I'm going to offer action figures. I would offer action figures if I could afford to, but they cost a lot just to make, so. And I don't even know where the hell I'd go. I mean, it's such a specific kind of like niche industry to try to get into.
Yeah, but instead, you're offering lack of action figures.
Well, you get standees, you can get the brand new.
They just stand there.
Yeah, but what does toys do? You just move them around anyway, You got the new schemes and scams.
Like Alf used to when he would walk behind the couch and he kind of bumps up and down.
Hold on. I'm drinking a beer here. I can't be
Oh.
expected to.
Do two things at once. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Schemes and scams on the same standee.
These guys are very popular, especially little Mike down there. I'm
Yeah.
seeing a lot of people
Yeah.
liking that guy.
That was a good one. So I'm
How
done.
do I get out of this? So yeah, back to Lucid, everyone. Waking Dream, still in demand. Oh no, we're talking about House Salad. Oh yeah, that guy.
No, you could chill for a minute. I'm just checking.
I can't. I'm allowed.
I'm just gonna count my money. So
Antoine's got my back. He says, "Take heart. The Lucent will still be in print in 10 years." He has no doubt. Thank you. Thank you, Antoine.
oh.
I take. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. The selling point is beautiful Bancroft art. The risky part was knowing it was written by Bancroft. Do you guys remember that? Jeopardy on Saturday Night Live, and Sean Connery would always sort of sucker in Alex, and he'd say,
Yeah,
Alex,
you would like purposely call things like the rapist.
I really, I want to apologize. He really like gave him the heart. And it's like, I really want to know you're a good friend and everything. And then at the very last minute, it's saying, and that's what I did to your mother last night.
Are you suggesting I'm pulling Sean Connery?
No, Mo Biggs is.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all right. And that's why, I mean, that's still one of the classic SNL bits of all time. So that's why he's allowed to do it.
Yeah, well,
Michael is going to say we're racist against Aussies. What was that, Blue?
I was saying, yeah, Will, it's not like the stream is about you.
Yeah, no, I'm embarrassed by assuming that was not that wasn't my intent. I was like, I don't know where he's going with this.
I had no idea where he was going with it either.
Okay, so I'm not
But
alone.
I'm not awake. I am very much sleepy. By the way, Preston is done streaming.
All right, let's get him in here.
Oh, come on in. How many people were over there?
With him, 2. Him plus 2.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Hopefully we can get up to 55 people in here. Stefani, you will be making 5,000. Don't you worry about that, my friend.
yes.
Comicsgate will make sure of that.
Oh, he was with Brian Christgau and their guest who does books such as Nazi Werewolves from Outer Space.
I should do a stream with Smugless, Preston, Smiller, and Methwin.
Do you think you can organize that? Do you think you could handle that?
That would be truly some Space Coast shit.
Are you
All these guys who hate me.
are you enough of a disarming chap to be able to pull that off? Make them all comfortable?
I don't know if they hate me. I just kind of assume. But
Yeah, maybe if he tranks them first.
man, that would be CG gold right there. That would be you'd get 5,000 views day one.
Just get Ricada in there to be everybody's friend. So, because he is.
Yeah,
That'll just everything will calm right down.
yeah.
All right, let's get off this screen. Let's go back to the. Oh, now I've changed it. So now, oh god, I'm never happy. I'm never happy. Where is it? Here we go. All right. Time for a refresh. Have you done it? Are you there?
I have, but I'll let you do it.
So close. 43,000 though.
It went up
Very good.
$500 and one backer.
Oh shit.
You're welcome.
Was that you, Joe?
Well, I wasn't all 500, but I did just back it.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Yeah,
thought
I
you
was
were
waiting.
joking.
I was waiting for the last day. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
After he called me an idiot, I just couldn't resist.
That's how he does it, huh?
You got a T-shirt.
I did.
Mo says we need to stage a fake feud with EVS, then do a Legend of Doom and get them all on stream. Yeah, like a what's his face, Andy Kaufman.
There was one dude who got. I'm not, obviously I can't say his name, but it was you got Big Salad, the Sparkle Ethan, Wave 3, the Pester, and the Tractor Malin Stand. This guy bought a lot of little toys.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And he's in Texas, so I will save on shipping. Thank you.
Everything's bigger in Texas. It needs more room.
Actually, I don't think I'll save on shipping. It's by weight, not by distance. I'll just go to his house. There you go, dude. Thanks, man.
All
Yeah.
right. So how
You
long?
wanna-
When did you put this thing up? The narwhal.
The Narwhal. I don't know, about 15 minutes ago. No one's gotten one yet, so if you guys don't want it, that's fine. I'll take it down. I thought it'd be a nice extra.
If you don't want it, I mean, fuck you. You know.
Yeah. In fact, if you don't buy it, I won't send it to anyone. How do you like that?
Did you guys check out that Brightwise's article in the Atlantic?
I did.
keep seeing it on Twitter, but I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I read it.
What did it say?
A
Let's
lot of
pull it
stuff
up.
in English.
It's like fulfillment means nothing. Get that Walmart deal, yo.
Maybe
It-
someone
some
can
digs at
shoot me the
some-
link because I don't know where it is.
Half information.
Oh, I can give it to you.
Yeah, if you could put it in the private chat.
Yep.
It's really difficult to type when you don't have a G on your keyboard.
What do you do?
You just press it really hard and angrily until it
Oh,
eventually turns
You
up.
use a K instead, or
Alright.
You should have the link.
I do. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
See?
Mike,
Did you see that, Camel Moon?
Can you move
There's
me
a
over?
gentleman down here.
Sorry, can
I
you
don't
move
know
me,
what
please?
that
Sorry,
means.
Blue, you're really low. That's why we're probably not
Ah,
hearing
my
you.
battery's dying. Anyway, can you move me over, please?
Move you over here.
Thank you.
You
When
like
we go
being on the
vertical
left.
again, you'll be able to see Joe.
Ah, I see. All right. Let's check this thing out.
That article definitely had some conflicting motives, in my opinion, on the part of the writer.
So yeah, who wants to sum up what happened?
Yeah, we're not going to read through the whole thing, but we can just have a quick look at it when I get to it. Everything's moving a bit slowly today. It's probably the VB. Mitch and Elizabeth Brightweiser launch Allegiance Arts Comics. They're a bit slow on the uptick there, first off. Did you want to give a quick rundown, Joe?
Sure. Now, basically, for anybody who's not in the U.S., we have a thing, and maybe this is true in other countries as well, I don't know, but we have a thing here where it's often popular to celebrate the quote-unquote local boy who makes good, or local girl who makes good. And what that means is that you kind of consider them one of your own. And so when they go out and accomplish something, you like to tell the world about it and say, hey, they're one of us. And this represents what we're all about, type of a thing. And so I think that's what this was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be more or less a puff piece that celebrated, this local couple who went out and achieved something pretty significant in getting, not only starting a publishing company, but more specifically getting comics back into retail stores that are not comic book shops, namely Walmart. And so because this is an Arkansas company, Walmart, and an Arkansas paper and Arkansas publishers with the Brightweisers, it seems like that's what it was going to be. But when you go through the article, it starts taking kind of a weird turn where the writer starts taking shots at CG without naming CG, that routine. And then it goes and it tells how the couple met, and how they got from students to a married couple to publishers, and that's all fine. But then when they get to the point where they're talking about kind of the circumstances of going from the crowdfunding campaign of Red Rooster to where they get into Walmart, it starts mixing up some specific facts with some very vague implications. And so they're talking about, the writer is talking about how they did the campaign and tells how much it made, and then it talks about certain...
Yeah, and you can see it here. It says they crowdfunded almost $200,000 to prove an audience existed for a title called Red Rooster.
That sounds a little undermining.
Well, it sounds like, they're bigging it up. Hey, this is a great thing. There's an audience out there for this. They raised $200,000.
Yeah,
they didn't mention who raised that money, and then they don't connect the dots that we're about to really trash the people who raised this money.
Well,
for
I
the
don't know.
Brightweisers.
Like when I first read that, I kind of am struck by thinking that it's almost like they feel like they did it out of some type of vanity,
Made a book out of
Well,
vanity?
no, I mean the words that they use, right? The crowdfunded almost $200,000 to prove an audience existed. That seems kind of like, I don't know, undermining to me, just to phrase it like that. But that could just be me.
Yeah, the way I understood it was, and the way I understand people in general is, they raised the money, they got a different idea. Not we raised the money to prove something else. If you catch the difference, but they raised the money, they got a different idea. They spent too much involvement on the other idea, got ahead of themselves, and didn't stop themselves in time. But then they don't think like that either. For them, it's not very organized, and their what do you call it, integrity was not in the right places.
Yeah,
because that's a lot of that is in the apology letter from Beth for the refunds. Is she doesn't even apologize. She's just like, I know some of you are upset, but if only you knew the opportunities we had once in a lifetime.
Oh no, that's the worst. Don't say that. That
No,
makes me
that's
not
what
want
she
to have
wrote.
anything to do with you.
Yeah,
that's
and
what
as
she wrote.
you pointed out, Blue, that she said, these things that have happened to us.
Mhm.
No, you did this.
Yes.
Everything that's happened is because you made decisions to put yourself in a position where all this stuff has happened. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
anyway,
Yeah. But
the
the way the article words it, where they raise the money to prove a point, that's a motive statement, and that's not the way I understood things happening. But
Yeah, you can't though. You can't blame a collection of people who bought your product and then not deliver and say, "Well, it's your fault that you put me in a situation to fulfill, and I decided
no,
not
no,
to."
no, no, no. That's not what Beth said in her apology letter, William. It
Oh,
was, it was, it was the whole. Our circumstances once in a lifetime is making excuses for why they chased one instead of the integrity to fulfill the other first. So
no,
when they
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
okay,
all right.
Yeah,
Here's where
yeah.
it starts. Meanwhile, one subplot remains a bit more ticklish. The Brightwisers worry some people in the comics world because of their friendliness with comics creators who have fostered a toxic subculture within comics. That what they're calling the toxic subculture are the very people who actually funded this entire thing in the first place.
Yeah.
They didn't mention that. In a shrinking industry where most creators publicly cheer new ventures, some of their peers are wary of the culture fight. They declined to comment for this story.
So this one paragraph, I think, has caused quite a bit of confusion because of how it's written. So where it says the Brightwisers worry some people in the comics world, and I've seen people reading that as, or they're interpreting it as, well, the Brightwisers are worrying about some people in the comics world. And that's not what's being expressed, in my opinion. In my opinion, what it's saying is some people in the comics world are worried about the Brightwisers.
Yeah, that's how I'm reading it.
Because of their friendliness. Well, that one sentence fragment I've seen caused a lot of confusion with people on Twitter. But anyway, they said who have fostered a toxic subculture within comics. So this writer is not stating who the some people are in the comics world. That's left vague.
Mhm.
Their friendliness, that's pretty vague. And then with comics creators, not naming who those people are. And then a toxic subculture. So all of these vague statements without defining any of that stuff. And this article, from this, more or less from this point on, is very much like that. There's a lot of vague statements that are open to various interpretations.
Yeah, if you weren't familiar with everything that had gone on, this next sentence here, the Brightwisers are adamant that they are building an inclusive, non-political platform, and they don't support those who would pick on others in the comics community. You could be mistaken to believe that what they're referring to there is they don't support this toxic subculture within comics. Let's all call it what they call it. They're calling Comicsgate that. But what is actually happening here is you could just as more accurately read it as the inclusive non-political platform who don't support those who pick on others. It could be us and Brightwisers. Where the Brightwisers were crowdfunding.
Mm-hmm.
It's all very wishy-washy in how it's written, and
I kind of get this, like, I don't know, this feeling that there's so much of this, like, these articles popping up of people that are just sour on crowdfunding, and I think it's just because it's so successful and they're not in it. Whether even like the anti-CG, which apparently was totally against Keanu Reeves having a comic book, and it's just like, dude, what the fuck do you care? It's like, is it really pulling from your industry? Not really. I mean, it's not like people have $100 for the year and they've decided to give it to Comicsgate or Keanu Reeves. The whole point is that, it's just another marketing tool. And like, maybe you're just slow, to the game here, But I mean, this is going to be the future. You better get on board.
It's here. It's talking about how he said congratulations to Donald Trump, and he wishes him the best to make America great again for all Americans. And the author says you could read it as ironic, or you could read it as flattering. But either way, it rolled into the Twitter sphere. Like, what do you mean you could read it as ironic? He's just saying congratulations. There's no.
And what does that have to do with anything? That's what I mean. It's just like
Doesn't-
it
That-
feels
well,
like you're just like padding your own article. What do you get
That-
paid by the word?
Yes, and it continues
yeah.
from there. There's quite a bit of that.
And that's the kind of unspoken thing in it that he's not pointing out. He's saying all these other things without saying it's actually all the comic people in the comic industry who pretty much told Mitch to get lost because of that tweet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's not what's being said. And you could just as easily argue that that's pretty toxic behavior, to use their own words.
Yeah.
They really gloss over what the Brightwisers went through in response to that tweet. Just
Right.
Disingenuous from here on out.
Yeah.
Then, the following summer, some of the more conservative faction tagged harassing tweets aimed at feminist and trans people and young women in the industry with hashtag Comicsgate. Some fans and creators lumped the Brightwiser in with a faction that was hurling abuses at people. Well, they were here. Regardless of what you think Comicsgate did, the Brightwisers were Comicsgate, and Comicsgate funded them to the tune of $200,000.
Mm-hmm.
Allegiance Arts wouldn't exist without Comicsgate's money.
Yeah. And even though, and Mitch has been asked publicly, and he has answered publicly about were they using money from the Red Rooster campaign to fund Allegiance Arts? And he has said multiple times now, categorically no. The reason why they went out and got investors was to fund Allegiance Arts. And he was saying that the Red Rooster money has been completely to pay for all of the Red Rooster production. And so, unfortunately, though, whatever actually happened with their investors and all that stuff, there's very little of that will ever be discussed publicly. So the perception by a lot is that, they raised all this money with crowdfunding and then used that to fund their business. And unfortunately, the Brightwisers could probably answer this question every week for the next 5 years and still have a considerable number of people who simply wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
See, I'd never heard about misappropriation of money. I had always heard, I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm saying my lack of being fully informed was this way, that I had always heard it was focused on their time. They took the money and then they went and did something else, not they went and did something else with it. It's just, they just turned their attention elsewhere.
I see.
Yeah, I have never, accused them of that or heard many people accuse them of that. I just think that they used that event as like a bargaining chip as a selling point to get loans for their company. So like, bottom line short, without CG, Allegiance Arts doesn't exist. Because
they had to show up to get the deals for the investors. And with Walmart, they had to show off the cash, not spend the cash, just show it off.
Right.
And show off other books from CG.
And that is something that Mitch has talked about publicly, is that they did use the success of the Red Rooster campaign as a selling point in their pitch when they were pitching the idea of Allegiance Arts to their investors. And then again, when they were pitching to Walmart for that distribution deal.
But I mean, you got to think about like the cost, right? So it's or like the profit that stood to be made. Are they going to be making $200,000 in comic book sales at Walmart?
Good question.
No, I can guarantee you they won't. So it's like you actually already made your money, and now I think, this is my personal opinion, but for vanity purposes, because you want to live this dream, you have this dream of having your book on shelves in a store. you're kind of like, rejecting the people that got you in the position that you're in. I think it's really kind of skeezy, actually.
Yeah. And you're talking 200,000 revenue, not profit, and that's actually down to 165 now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
because
mean. It's like they put
30,000.
him in the position to be successful, and now you're not being successful. It wasn't like it was the opposite. It wasn't like they were in Walmart. They made $200,000 and like, you know
Right.
what? We don't need Walmart anymore. Now we're going to go do our own thing because now we have our fans. It's like you didn't even fulfill the fans. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. That's the worst bit. Like if I ever saw these people on like The Prophet, right, with like Marcus Lemonis or something like that, and they gave me that story, I would walk out. I'd be like, well, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, they
Jason,
didn't, because they didn't have their own book. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's read Jason.
yeah, Jason is exactly right. The audacity of this writer to say Comicsgate thrives on vagueness.
I'm pretty sure we were all pretty direct.
The way this writer writes with flipping active and passive voice is absolutely ridiculous. It's like they don't want you to understand.
Well, he probably doesn't have a good editor. He probably edits himself.
One of its proponents, a comic artist named Ethan Van Sciver, described it on YouTube as a channel called Comics Artist Pro.
Secrets.
Yeah, Secrets.
That's
In
one of
2018.
many errors in this article.
As a community for dispossessed right-wing and moderate comic book professionals who can no longer get work in the blacklisted, disgusting, politically oppressed industry as it's become. A rational person would prefer to steer clear of its blast zone. Irrational people trying to understand comics in 2020 instead might open dozens of browser tabs. Irrational people.
Irrational people. Only.
Irrational people. Dozens of browser tabs, watch hours on YouTube, and reach out to comics creators who reply by saying they don't want their names in a story that touches on Comicsgate. Other irrational people might watch hours of this YouTube and create a whole animation series out of it and try and make money off that. I mean, talk about crazy.
Yeah.
Look at this. A deep dive turns up little to impugn the Brightwisers. The perception that they're aligned with Comicsgate seems to rest largely on their being polite to creators others find abhorrent. So they're like completely... this author is pretty much saying that they're completely divorced now. Not that Mitch wasn't in these streams with Ethan and, totally CG and did the whole thing, was blacklisted. Elizabeth wasn't. But she certainly copped flack for that. They went out. Remember that famously Ethan went down to travel with them to go talk with Walmart or something and all that sort of stuff before Allegiance was announced.
Yeah, like they wanted to buy Cyberfrog.
They were there.
Yeah.
They were part of it. You can't divorce that. So...
I think they wanted CG to go that direction, not necessarily all into Allegiance, but they wanted, Allegiance to be a CG thing.
Yeah, well, I think too. Look, now we have a direct A/B comparison, right? We have Ethan who went his right way, and then we have Allegiance that went their way. And which one is more profitable? I mean, which one has made $1.5 million? So I think, if anything, it sounds to me like these guys, they're doubling down, right? Because you get so dug into whatever your politics are or your decision making that you refuse to like listen or see the possibility of what could have been the other way. So now they have to say like, no, this was the best choice, and we did the, I'll send out an apology letter. But like, look, these people are never going to get their comics. They'll never get them.
I'm not expecting to get Red Rooster until 2022.
Yeah.
That's
If you get it.
Thinking.
People made a bit too much of Mitch's stammering during that live stream he did where somebody asked, are these going to come out before issue 3? He said yes, and then hesitated, said, oh, well, wait, maybe. What he was referring to with the multiple answers was essentially it depends on where you live and how long it's going to take to ship to you and what order we do the different perks in. If you have a bigger perk, that'll be shipping later. If you but he's unable to articulate this.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he allegedly intelligent enough to handle what he's doing? No, because he can't articulate what I just said. That we're going to do a bulk of simple perks first, and people will get those as you're expecting. If you live further away, it might take longer, such as in foreign countries, and the bigger perks will go last. Before the foreign countries. Like,
Yeah,
that's easy.
look, you want to say I'm being hyperbolic, I'm being reactionary by saying these people never get their books. Prove me wrong. Hey, I implore you, please. Get these people the product that you told them that they were going to get. But
All right,
as far as I'm
I'll get my
concerned,
time machine and check for you. I'll be back in a
yeah,
minute.
I don't see it happening.
Well, as of a couple of days ago, and again tonight, not too long before this stream started, Mitch has said that the fulfillment will be happening according to the letter that went out that Blue was talking about earlier. So we'll know within a couple of months whether people are starting to get books or not.
Yeah.
Is the Red Rooster book that you're getting through that you backed? Is that the first 3 issues? Is that what it is?
It's so basically what it boils down to is they call it the Red Rooster Golden Age Special, which is the Indiegogo exclusive. So that is the content is the 3 single issues that you can pick up at Walmart, plus a bunch of back matter, and there's some other things like a gold foil enhancement to the cover and that sort of a thing.
Mm.
So it is a premium product. The biggest problem is that 2 really. One is that it was very late, will be very late, assuming it gets fulfilled, and then the other, obviously, that the content showed up in the local Walmart for a lot of people before the backers got anything.
Right.
Now I know this writer is obviously a hack, so take this with as much of a grain of salt as you want. Maybe take this with a whole thing of salt. But what is Mitch talking about here? So obviously the context of what we're talking about, what the article says is we're talking about how he was implicated with the naughty people of CG. And then he chooses to insert this quote with no context, no question before it. But it says Mitch, I want to think we took bad energy and turned it into good energy.
Okay.
The way I'm reading that, it's meant to be portrayed as he took the bad energy of his naughty past, where he liked Trump and hung around with naughty CGers, and turned it into something good, which is a real comic book company.
Yeah, he wants to distance himself.
But I don't know if that's what he was talking about. I mean, for all we know, with a hack journalist like this, he could have been talking about something completely different. So, but I mean, it is presented like that, and if that is the case, then that would be a huge FU to the people who supported him and CG in general.
Well, if you look at the subsequent statement, says Elizabeth, quote, "We want to make a safe haven for creators. It's been my worst nightmare to be labeled all of these things that have nothing to do with me," unquote. So now I'm an editor, Will's an editor. It's very easy to take statements, especially when you have a lot to choose from. Will does it with Hell Salad every episode. It's very easy to take statements that have nothing to do with a particular context.
Yeah. It's all
you can put stuff in front of the statement and after the statement, and you can make it look like a completely different context than where you pulled the statement from. Mm-hmm. So, as you said, Mike, that negative, the bad energy into good energy, we don't know if it's as we think the writer is trying to make it look like, which would be that quote unquote negative CG energy and turn it into good energy, meaning not CG, or maybe it was the bad energy is the constant harassment, the death threats, the rape threats, and all the other stuff that went with it, and turning that bad energy into, a good energy, being the successful publishing company, so on and so forth. The way this is written, we simply don't know.
Yeah.
And as well, leading on to that as well, the writer is trying to say, Elizabeth here is saying, he's trying to say that she's saying it's been my worst nightmare to be labeled as CG when I have nothing to do with it. But when in reality, she could just as easily be saying it's been my worst nightmare to be labeled as a racist, homophobic bigot
Right.
by the left when
Right.
that has nothing to do with me. Just as
Well,
easily.
she
And they
wants
do-
brownie points. She wants woke points. And when with statements like that, yeah, she's clearly trying to distance herself.
Well,
the
that's
next
what I'm
the next
saying, Camel. I don't know. Sorry,
the next bit we get is also a lie in that these people, because they think that their employment is platform for the sake of agenda. That's what they view employment as, not service to the customer, not a means to make a living, but it's platform for agenda. So if you say to them, "I'm not interested in your product," that's equivalent to a boycott, and therefore you are engaging in the cancel culture redefined. Because they want to deny what they're doing of trying to make you never be employed again, and have it and redefine cancel culture to be you saying, "I'm not interested in your product," me individually, that kind of thing. So the next bit we get in July of this year on the online show Live from the Bunker, Mitch was asked how he navigated cancel culture on his way to successful crowdfunding and the Walmart launch.
It's such a fluff piece.
It's like he said he was hopeful that other creators would find room at the table, even if they aren't ideologically aligned with the industry mainstream, which tends left. That this paragraph is to make it look like CG is a cancel culture inflicting group.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and another one of many omission of facts here is, so he says in July of this year, so giving a time frame on the online show Live from the Bunker, but he doesn't cite where that show took place, so that you can, and he doesn't provide a link so that you could go for yourself and listen to that interview to get context for the statements, these quotes he's about to give.
Yeah.
He's providing his own the writer's providing his own context. Now, I happen to know exactly which channel this was. It was Sci-Fi For Me TV, because I happen to catch the interview. So I could go to that channel, go to July of 2020, and find this pretty easily. But the average reader out in Arkansas isn't going to know any of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems like the whole thing is damage
on and on,
control.
This writer did not provide a single link to any of the shows or interviews where he pulled quotes from.
And
that should be a big red flag.
Yes. And not to go word by word, but part of the thing Mike just scrolled by was Mitch quoted as saying nobody should have to go through what we went through. And it's like, again, vagary. What we went through is he referring to? The after the Trump tweet, or the backlash from his own decision to abandon backers in favor of spending time on something else? Like, nobody should go through what we went through when people were rightfully angry at us. Like, what's going on there?
Open to interpretation.
I mean, they're purposefully keeping it vague, but clearly the point of this is somehow they were victims by getting $200,000, so they exited Comicsgate so that they could be part of Walmart. And this is pretty much just the cover story that they're putting out there, so that this is the new narrative, so their company can move forward.
Yeah. Oh, Mike, to answer, speaking of 200,000 again, to answer something earlier, I have heard that the refunds. Geez, I'm sorry, I don't have my citation on this. I've heard that the refunds may be just over 34,000.
Yeah, that's insane.
So that's a 17% refund.
Wow, that's nuts. That's really high.
It's insane. Why are they talking about Jews?
This is another big section that it really should not even be in this article, because it's not relevant, quite frankly. But so if you scrolled past a part where the writer tries to claim that the best, quote unquote, best creators were marginalized outcasts.
Oh, I see.
Right there.
As As for who the comics are by, the answer is the best ones have always been marginalized artists, even outcasts. They're an American art form that resonates with American audiences because Americans don't know how to square two perpendicular wants: to be a world power and to be a scrappy underdog. That paradox absolutely stokes modern conservatism, which can't decide whether America is unassailably mighty or whether people who reject a gender binary might just collapse the society. Whether we're a shining light on a hill or whether we're being quicksanded into the dark ages by desperate immigrants who believe our hype. Whether we're a nation of Christian values or one that can be ably led by a lifelong financial and sexual predator who has never been able to recall a single Bible verse when asked to cite one near to his alleged heart.
So
Oh my God.
here's a socio-political screed ending in a little Trump derangement syndrome that has absolutely nothing to do with a profile on Mitch and Betty Breitweiser.
This writer, I mean, who is he? What has he done? Have we
I'd be
read
in
anything
shock.
else from him?
I haven't
No
looked
idea.
into
No
his
idea.
history.
I mean, that might be fun. we got another 2.5 hours.
Yeah, Dragon. Oh my God. I mean, that is just this person has serious issues.
At least half of this article, in my estimation, because I didn't actually count the lines, but just I did read the entire thing. It was a chore, but I completed it. My guess is that roughly half of it is not relevant to doing a profile on the Breitweisers.
Yeah.
So when you go down to the paragraph you were at a few minutes ago, Mike, that one with the industry was created by a bunch of Jews who had nothing in front of them but starving. This now goes into essentially an argument for, quote unquote, supporting marginalized people because they make the best comics. And then there's there's a conversation here between the writer and this French creator who was involved with the Spider-Man Noir. It has nothing to do with the Breitweisers, absolutely. And then he basically is quoting this guy who's talking about what the industry should be. But again, it's never related back to the Breitweisers. So this is just shoehorned in at the end, but it's never explained why.
I particularly like this last line here. One of the beautiful things in this industry, he says, is who's saying this?
That's the French guy who was involved with Spider-Man Noir.
All right. Is 99% of creators support other creators. We have lost a bit of the community because politics are gangrene on our industry. We're still a fraternity. We're still a place of good. So basically he's saying as long as comics is 99% far left, we can tolerate a little rotten toe
right
of people who are against us, but the rest of us is still a fraternity. This is just absurd.
The other thing too is that's them secretly hoping that ditching Comicsgate doesn't come to bite them in the ass. Because they're painting with this large brush, this broad brush, and they're saying if this is the way the industry is, they're kind of hoping that it can for their favor. It becomes what they're suggesting it is, because they don't want to be held accountable down the road. They're hoping probably that CG, disbands itself or dissipates in the coming years, and they'll be the unsung hero that was able to branch off and start their own thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look for him.
While he's doing that, so we sold 3 more of the Greek salad perks.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so thank you guys. I'm going to take it off. I'll give you exactly 3 minutes till it hits the 30 mark. If you guys want it, get in right now, because I'm gonna get rid of it whenever the the half-hour mark appears.
I don't take it off. By the way, I'm half awake. Take it off. Usually the response to that is take it all off. So, what is this? You remove a bit? Is it like strip poker? You remove a piece of clothing every time somebody backs? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I only have so many articles. Oh no.
We'll give you 5 minutes to go to the closet and put on as much as you can.
Yeah, we're gonna play a strip CG campaign. Man, that might be something, right? I mean, you said that as a joke, but man, if you're a good-looking lady, man, you'd clean up.
Lots of rings,
All right.
wearing lots of rings.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at our illustrious.
Oh, this guy. It's always a goof face. Why is it always a goof face?
You don't like
I'm so
that face?
harmless. I would have F you.
Who?
Ooh,
Rifling.
unbelievable.
Look, he puts hats on his dogs.
Yeah.
That guy would never hurt you.
It's not a crime unless you're a dog.
Unless you have, senses and morals.
Sharing some CNN with Don Lemon. Okay. Trump fans say, I love Donald Trump because he says what he means. Multiple reports that Donald Trump said something that he very clearly means. Trump fans, Donald Trump didn't mean or say that. Whew. They really do say they can't meme, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
It's
I got 5
interesting.
likes on that.
I've noticed this too, because like on my Facebook, it's almost all left, whereas my Twitter is almost all right, like the followers, and like
Yep.
the one thing, the huge disparity between the two groups is that the left, everyone on my Facebook, every time they post some type of Republican or conservative anti-Trump meme, every time it's always a false comparison. It's always like two completely different things that they're trying to do A/B comparisons with. And, by doing that, you're able to kind of create your own narrative. And then when you go to my Twitter and I see all of the right-sided posts, it's always video. It's always like, look, actual proof and evidence of what's going on. And it's just, it's amazing how stark the comparison is.
Have you guys seen this graph?
No.
This is the betting average. So I think this is kind of around when the whole George Floyd stuff happened, and Trump really tanked in who they think will win bettors. Who are they taking bets on will win, and this is sort of around the ongoing riots and everything like that. And it's just been like a complete like that. And this guy's saying, well, that's obvious because the bettors are confident that Trump will circumvent the voters.
Did they say that? Do you have a quote? Do you have
Well,
mind reading?
it's all just, it looks like a lot of just politics and stuff. He doesn't seem to know anything about comic books at all.
Well, it looks like he's just like, that's what I mean. Everything is a virtue signal. He's posting what he thinks is, for his party. What's his response for this?
He says, this nonsense is why you got to look for the label you can trust before you join a protest black lead.
So it seems like he's for it.
I don't know.
I mean, not for it, but he's against the fascist.
It seems like it, but he's
Well, I would.
Who's for this?
Well, those 26 people.
True.
Here's another example of him writing something vague. I would think that maybe he's trying to say that it's not BLM's fault that all of these whitey white breads are making BLM look bad, because it's supposed to be quote unquote black led movement, right? And yet the real problems with BLM are all of these whitey white people.
You guys got to see the meme that Ichibaka just posted on Twitter. It's perfect. Also, I'm going to officially take down the eggs or Greek salad part, guys. Just letting you know.
I saw. Are we pulling up Ichibaka?
I'll find it. It's
Okay.
worth looking at. It's pretty good.
All right. I saw a comparison today from PragerU, one of their little 1 minute videos where they split the screen, and it compared. And it was right alongside somebody else posting. So the two were next to each other from different people, but had nothing to do with each other. The first was somebody saying, "Look at this picture for a BLM protest, and it's like playing Where's Waldo to find a black person." And it was. I found one, and I was like, "I'll try." And there's one. He's like off to the right, but sort of like in the third row, I guess. And other than that, I couldn't find it. I'm like, okay, normally I don't look for black people in crowds. And I scroll up a little and I see the thing from PragerU, and it had the split screen with the gun rights, where's that, North Carolina protest, and then a Antifa protest compared to it, showing one's peaceful, one's violent. And because I had just seen the thing about finding black people, there were more black people at the gun rights rally than there were in the BLM protest. It was ridiculous. So.
Guys, I totally forgot that I had something that I needed to do for about 20 minutes. I just totally spaced on it.
Okay.
It was set up like 2 weeks ago, and oh damn. So I'm gonna have to put this up, and Camel Moon, you're gonna have to take control, my friend.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to steer the ship.
Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna talk about.
Whose mouse is that?
Perfect
Man.
time for me to take a bathroom break.
No, that means it's just
I'm
being
so
Blue
sorry, guys.
Samurai.
I
No, I
I
gotta
just got
pee
a
too.
message there. I totally forgot this was happening.
You're all leaving. Wow, all right.
Screw you, Camel Moon.
We're gonna hit an
Get
iceberg,
yourself
I
some
promise.
hang on. You share your screen, and I'll put it up so then you can do things.
Oh, okay. Let me go find a just like this.
Get your campaign up there.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Let me go get it then because I don't have it. Share screen. Okay.
All right.
There you go.
And that way, now you can just do things,
Yeah.
and you can talk about stuff. There you go. That's better. And now I too will leave you. Hopefully, I'll only be a short while, and I'll be back.
Yeah. Hopefully those peas don't take too long for the other guys. But that's just.
Just talk to the chat.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be back. I promise. If I come back and there's only 10 people in here, I blame you.
Man, it's been a minute since I've had to steer the ship with so many lovely people. Why don't you guys tell me in the chat what you want to talk about, and I'll give you my 15-minute take on whatever it is that you bring up. Until then, here we go. Oh, here it is. Let's see what we got here. Stop. Okay, this is me. Pasheen Cat, the stickers. Oh, it's upside down. Yeah, I don't want to look stupid. Yeah. All very cutesy. This one's eating popcorn. This is Mama, and I'm gonna lose all my money. Yeah, I got nothing. What do we got? Let's talk about China's incursion into India. Not smart enough. What else we got? What? Let's talk about Batman. You guys want to talk about Batman? Because I can talk about Batman for a minute. We got the new Robert Pattinson Bat movie. You know, when I was on the Kelsey stream, they were talking about, and I've heard this before, about how it's really just the Darren Aronofsky script that was kind of like dusted off. And I remember in like 2000, okay, so I was in college, and they would tell me about everything that was going to be this Darren Aronofsky Batman. And now every single thing from this trailer looks to me like that's exactly what it is. So I will be interested to see, because it seems like, look, they were able to get this script out so fast. So obviously it was already put together. That's kind of my two cents on it. If you guys can go find it, then you like the original treatment. I'm pretty sure you're going to see it has a lot of the same stuff that was going on with it. There was like Batman had a cave in this. It was like a subway train station. He wouldn't have the regular car. He would have like just kind of like a pimped out muscle car. He wasn't going to have the full bat signal on his chest, and it was going to be more of a murder mystery. and he wasn't really going to have any gadgets. He was going to have a motorcycle that he took around, and it was supposed to be sort of like a pseudo year one. You didn't really know where it was. Alfred was actually a mechanic, and he wasn't his butler. I don't know if they'll just fold those into the same thing. They probably will, right? It'll just be like a more hands-on butler. And it was supposed to have a collection of villains, which is kind of what I'm seeing in the patents and things. So, yeah. Now we'll pitch the campaign. Let's see here. Tomorrow, it's all going away. Oh yeah, thank you. This is the this is that tweet from Ichibaka, and it's kind of hilarious. You're just kind of changing up one hood for this this black get up here. It is kind of a costume. You notice that? Like, you notice whenever they show these dudes walking down the street, it's like all black. It seems very deliberate. I mean, I don't understand what Black Lives Matter. Maybe that's I guess that's the point of it. But yeah, man. Yeah, kind of crazy shit. Anyway, so yeah, once everything goes, that's it. Egg salad perks going, and even the big salad, which has everything in it, that's going to be taken down. So if you guys, especially if you want the standees, I would get in on it because they're going to go away. I'm probably going to have some for the Fans Fest. I don't know which ones. I don't know how many. I don't know if I'll do it at all. So I would not rely on that to be, like you saving grace. Like, oh, I'll get it later. Maybe. I don't know. It really comes down to how many I have left over. So if you're like, oh shit, I want a whole wall of them, then get them tonight because they're going to be gone. Same with the sticker book. I think the only piece of merch I might leave up that's not the comic will be the t-shirt, because I could order them by themselves. But even then, at some point, I'll take that down too. But I'll give you guys notice on that because at some point, I really just need to focus on the comic and getting that out to everybody. And I don't want that to be a problem. Blue Samurai, leftover salad. Leftover salad is disgusting. You do not want leftover salad. That's like, it's all like oily and greasy, and it gets like really like mushy. That would be, I would have to make sure that that we never hit that. If you guys have ideas for like other perks, well, not perks, but like names for perks, I'm looking for types of salads out there. Let me know, and I will see if I can implement it. And man, these are the longest pisses. I need something here. Oh, thank God.
Is that sweat that I see on your forehead?
Dude, I've been back for like 3 minutes. I'm just letting you go.
I went and got another beer. I'm just watching the show.
You dick sacks.
I didn't even have to piss. I just refilled my mug with water.
I'm gonna text Elon Musk and be like, "Hey, man, please help me out here. Tell me about some Neuralink shit." I think I did okay for holding it down for 4 minutes.
Hey, so did you go over what you're offering in the way of head sketches?
Oh, it's just gonna be the Ethan sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he passed it, but and it's a little higher, dude. There you go. It's gonna be that, except on Ethan's, I'm gonna do something special. The nose will go into the next page.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. That's coming down as well. So if you want a head sketch, the only original art in this campaign, those end tonight as well. So get in on that. Sticker books also leaving. The only the John Malin, what I'm calling the mail-in offer, that is, I'll keep that up for a little minute because, it only went up 2 days ago. So if you hadn't gotten in on it, I'm going to allow people, maybe a full week to get that.
Not this
cool.
one.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. And I think people like the Spiral at You sticker.
That was such. Who knew that would be a momentous turning point in CG history?
Yeah, it's funny. I was on Shane Davis's channel
Mm-hmm.
like a week ago, and he was like, he starts listing things he remembers. He's like, I remember 9/11. And he's like, he remembers all these like historic moments, and he's like, and I'll never ever forget where I was when Donnie Cates called into Ethan Street. It's like, wow, that is impressive. But it was funny too, because it was like, it's one of the few times where you feel like you're witnessing history.
Yeah,
I mean, as far as CG is like, you're with your
Right.
insular myopic history, but still,
Right.
it was just like, this is crazy. Like, what is happening? And I mean, as it was happening, I just felt like this dude, he built himself up. He played some Rocky music. He punched the mirror a couple times and was like, it was shadow boxed the mirror. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna take him down. I have my points, and I would bet $1 million that his wife was like, don't do this. Whatever you do,
Oh, I hope so.
don't call him at 3 a.m. while he's live streaming to try to like take him down. I was like, Ethan, he's going to turn it into a spectacle. He's going to give you just enough rope to hang yourself, and that's exactly what happened. And I was like, it was astounding how fast he fell for it.
And who knew that the beginning of his downfall would be Ethan asking him to simply say "Hi, Comicsgate," and then
Oh yeah,
I.
yeah.
That was so. Then that was when I started wondering if maybe he wasn't exactly sober, because it seems like from that point on, it was just a train wreck.
Well,
No,
it's.
the
Go
thing
ahead.
is, that might sound like it wasn't exactly sober, but the rest of it, I know people who argue like that. Like, hey man, I got to call you back tomorrow. No, I'm busy right now. Can we talk about this tomorrow? And they are just not hearing you, and they are sober. So I don't question it. Just with his emotional worked upness in general, how he's got trouble.
Yeah, he wouldn't take no for an answer. I mean, I genuinely feel like EVS gave him every way out.
Oh yeah,
Like, we will do this later. Like, trust me, you want to do this later. You
Yep.
don't want to do this now. But like, to be tripped up on a comment, like, say it and don't mean it. But like, you have these like moral principles. You think people like give a shit? It's like, look, 99% of the people who are watching the show already don't like you. You're not going to win people over suddenly. I mean, it's just like this. It's you know what it is? It's like it's literally coming from a place of privilege and not having to deal with other people that don't think like you.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
if your friends, just because you said hi to the enemy when talking to the enemy, as it were, but if you said, yeah, hi guys, like, just, yeah, hi Comicsgate, I see you over there.
I mean, say it sarcastically.
If they're going to, if your friends are going to come down on you for that was your mug. I thought your wife was walking into the frame. Okay. If your friends are going to come down on you for that, maybe you need to rethink the definition of friend that you hold. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, that was amazing. And then the best part is that at no point during the conversation did he realize he was losing, that he should stop talking. He just starts doubling down and like emphasizing things, and he's like starts calling him buddy and pal. And I'm like, this is not, you're not going to win this. This little exchange here.
I don't remember the specific, but I remember thinking, is this going to descend into clear manipulation rather than something that could be either way?
Yeah.
Which brings me to the next thought, which is these people, these people who haven't grown up, they don't understand any way to deal with others except by manipulation.
That's a great point, actually, because I feel like even in my younger years, that's kind of how I would get what I wanted. I was just like, whether I should mention that or not, but it was just like, yeah, when I was like 14, like, you'd always ask your mom if your friend could sleep over in front of her, right? Because she's not going to say no in front of your friend, right? So I kind of got that vibe from him. But like, yeah, past like 16, 17, don't do that shit. Honestly, past 9, you shouldn't be doing that shit. So I totally see what you're saying there, Blue Samurai.
What's funny is there are people who can do that that kind of thing, like, asking in front of the friend, and they don't realize the situation, or even less blunt than that, they don't realize what they're doing. And then there are other people, in the same camp, who do realize what they're doing, and they still think that is just how you're supposed to interact with people.
That's more scary to me. Those are sociopaths. Those are the people who don't think there's any rules out there.
Yeah, those are my SJW coworkers.
Yeah.
Jason Black in the chat says he thinks he may know where Donnie's coming from. He's got a video that he linked to, Blue. I don't know if you're able to.
Yeah, I'll research it.
Play that.
I hope it's a joke, but
you
who
mean play
knows?
it? Actually, let me preview it first.
You use Bing as your search engine?
No. I have multiple browsers open, and nothing is logged in on the browser you're seeing except StreamYard in a different window. Whereas everything else I do where I'm logged into things, that's all on Firefox.
StreamYard doesn't play nice with the cool browsers. They make us use lame browsers.
Correct.
Well, they got to make it as mass appeal, right? So
I used to be able to use it with Pale Moon, and then several months ago they killed that.
Google wants me to click on bicycles. I hate this. Okay. Probably the VPN.
Jason
Anyway.
promises that if we play it, he won't strike Mike's channel.
But yeah, I don't know. The whole thing, I'm just like, this guy is.
It's a transformative video that Jason Black previously assembled.
I like how Black Rose says, "What's wrong with Bing, Camel?" Nothing, man. It's all good. I use Jeeves personally.
Paste. Enter. What the hell?
Send us better links, people.
No, it's me. It's me.
Oh, okay. Do a better job, Blue Samurai.
I'm going through a VPN, and I have.
This is a live show.
I have blocking stuff in here, and so there are sites that don't like me.
We have at least 11 people watching.
At least
we're gonna lose all of Michael's audience. When I get back, it's gonna be me, you, Mel.
There's them right for leaving Americans in charge of an Australian show.
Okay, yeah. Not to generate any sympathy for Mr. Cates. I think I dissected how he came up with "just let me spiral at you for a minute." Okay.
Well, like a tornado is what I thought, right? Like he's just a frenzy of emotion.
Yeah. Have you ever listened to somebody being emotional and they loop a bit too much and they're just wallowing in what they're saying?
Yeah, I've heard 13-year-old girls, but come on, dude, you're a 38-year-old man. Like you gotta come on, are you really getting triggered in your mid to late 30s so much that you need to just hit the wall screaming and complaining to your wife who's just like, what is this fucking beta? I would, if I ever did that to my wife, she'd think I was crazy.
But
she'd think I was legitimately crazy.
Is roots of words type thing. I think this might be where it came from, is talking at people rather than with them, as well as what I said earlier about when you're listening to somebody worry out loud and you just think they're just spiraling, like spiraling inward out of control.
Yeah.
That's it. He's just saying let me verbally go out of control at you, just to blow steam.
But not with you. I'm directing my negative energy.
I know. And it's like we just call that venting normally. So instead,
right.
I hope I'm not detracting from the humor of this "let me spiral at you" thing, because I'd never say that to anybody.
Well, no, and to his credit, if I remember correctly, I think he even explained to her, and it was probably for the benefit of the show, his own viewers, where he said something to the effect of, I just need to get all of this off my chest, and it's not that I need to talk with you, I need to talk at you.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, hey, at least he gave her a heads up.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Let me ask you,
ever gone mountain biking?
Is that Narwhal?
Well,
I ask you guys, and I haven't decided yet, but would you like to see the As Has Titty logo sticker? It wouldn't be glittery, and maybe the Donnie Goats sticker, again, not glittery, on a t-shirt. Say 1 for yes and 2 for no. and 12 for both. It wouldn't be. They would be 2 separate shirts, by the way. Maybe one on the front, maybe one logo on the front, one on the back. I don't know.
I'm going to cheat and say 12 because I know I'm probably not going to end up getting it. But
We're hardcore losing people, man. You know, hosting that's a thing.
Have you noticed how many successful restaurants are theme-based these days?
Yes, almost all of them are closed. The theme? COVID-19.
69. That doesn't help me, Lord of Crackhead. It doesn't
I
help.
got all the bicycles. Why is it asking for crosswalks? The hell?
Yeah.
How's that video coming along, Blue?
I'm apparently a robot. Okay, here we go.
We have also successfully had 0 backers since I started streaming. So
Now,
thank
Jason,
you. Thank you for that.
The music's a bit loud, so you may want to start off low.
Well, it already has more likes than the video of him actually talking, which was taken down.
The dope stuff as he rubs his nose.
Is there audio for this or no?
I thought I was sharing audio.
You think it's a nervous tick or Coke?
Nervous tick.
Yeah.
I mean, the joke is Coke, but I think it's a nervous tick. And allergies.
Well, yeah, and he's in the same city I am. He's in Austin. I've never bumped into him or anything, but we run in similar circles, and I know that at one point it was like kind of a low-key possibility, but I was like, well, whatever. You know, I don't know.
I keep thinking you're like south of Chico.
I'm right directly at heart of Austin.
Yeah, which is, different state.
Yeah, in fact, I'm at a very noticeable point on the map where I can just describe it, and you'll be like, "Oh wow, I know exactly where you live." I'm not going to tell you, but it's very easy to find on a map.
I can see your glass wall from orbit. Yeah,
yeah, I know exactly where he is.
So this is obviously pre-COVID, because post-COVID you're not allowed to pick your nose. So
yeah, why isn't he doing a stream with a mask on? Does he not care? Do other lives not matter to him?
I don't know. It's not really pre-COVID, but it's close enough. Dude, don't most people have like tissues or a handkerchief that they keep around with them?
Mobig says you're $104 ahead of vested shoe. I thought I was a lot more than that. I thought I was like $304 or something.
Where are we? 605.
Oh, unless they've gone up, because I'm going off of the old CG creator list, or the CG tracker, which hasn't been updated in about 4 days. So that could be, I guess that makes sense. All right, well, good, very good.
Anyway, so
let's make it 10,000 ahead.
10,000.
Come on, buddy. We got 50 grand by the end of the night. I think that'd be good.
Shoot for the stars.
Shoot for the stars and land in the ocean. Yeah.
Hope there are no sharks.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, you're the one to ask this, Camel. I saw a tweet today. Egg salad versus chicken salad. Egg salad is still chicken salad.
Yeah. Egg salad is still. That's interesting. Yeah. What came first, the chicken salad or the egg salad? I don't know. Well, maybe we end the stream because I know. No, I'm serious because Shane is doing stuff now. He's got 300 people in there, and I don't want to keep people here if they want to be watching something else. And we've pretty much met all of our goals, So
how did you change control of the stream where you can share my screen?
I didn't do. Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
maybe Bancroft did that.
Okay, yeah. Bancroft did it from the background. He's just not in the stream right now. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Because Bancroft's doing stuff. So I think maybe we wrap it up, yo. Black Rose Comics says, I want to watch you. Thank you. Yeah.
You haven't done enough streaming yet today, Will, have you?
No. I mean, maybe I could get on Shane's channel and push for another hour before we're closed, you know.
You've only done 8 or 10, 12 hours, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that might be. I mean, is it insulting to leave one stream to go on another? I don't know.
You've done it before.
Yeah.
Well, Bancroft ditched you first.
Yeah, I don't think that we're, I don't think we're insulting anyone here. Like, so I'm gonna pop in the chat on Shane's, and maybe if they have me on, you guys can come say hi and watch me there. But I think we should probably wrap it up.
Yep, you've beaten your goal by 104.
Yeah, and we've also gotten the 600 backers, and honestly, I think everyone in the chat currently has backed what they plan to back. So it just makes sense from a business sense to kind of switch streams right now.
You're not getting any more of my money, you degenerate.
What's that?
You're not getting any more of my money, you degenerate.
Oh, well, look, if you don't want to support Hail Salad, if you're selfish.
No, I supported it this much.
Okay. This much.
Yeah.
You need to support it of a full standee. There you go. That much.
I supported it one floppy.
You've currently supported it of a little standee, of a mic. You need to go Edwin size. Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
While you're on Shane's channel, I'll think about it.
Yeah, I guess I can bounce and you guys can hang out.
Waiting for Mike to come back, who is only on this late because you're here.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Hey, look, he ditched us. I got he ditched us, and because he ditched us, now the ratings have plummeted. So
yeah, we can juggle chainsaws till he gets back.
Okay.
My thing says it's 43 people watching.
Yeah, well, we lost 10. Probably to Shane's channel, but anyway, guys, thank you so much. Take a minute to look at the campaign one more time and see if there's anything you want before it goes away. And hey, $43,000. That's fucking incredible. And I want to thank all of you so much. And I can't wait to get to work drawing this comic and fulfill very soon, hopefully. And I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, congratulations, man. It's an impressive first outing. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job.
And probably in the next 3 weeks you'll see new Hail Salad, so that'll be fun.
Sweet.
Witten. Okay, or Witten, whatever.
You keep talking about how long it's going to take for these acrylics to get made, and I don't think I'm very funny tonight being tired because I'm usually not funny, but I thought of making fun of you for that. Like, what are you carving them yourself? But it would just sound mean. So I hope
the other thing too is they are carved. I mean, there's machines that do it, but it still has to be like overseen, and all the sanding is, I think, done by hand. So yeah, I mean, it's a process.
So I hope it's been fun tonight. So sorry about being sleepy, buddy.
It's fine. I'm exhausted.
Good. Get out of here.
Yeah. All right, guys. Good night.
All right, take care.
All right, Joel, sir, you're in control.
Well, Blue, it's just me and you. And the hamster that turns the wheel that moves Bancroft's screen.
We can't.
Do you have control of the screen, or is it just him?
This is my window that he's showing. Okay. In fact, I should make it wider so it's more useful. Oh, no, it doesn't go any wider. Okay. Oh,
well, let's see. Jason Black, what other cool videos do you have that we should check out? because I remember watching your allergy season video. I thought it was quite entertaining. Hey, Black Rose Comics.
Hey, Black Rose.
Really
Jason.
appreciate. What's that?
Jason, I agree. Whew, he's gone.
Yeah, he's been streaming so much today. He was really, his body odor was getting pretty ripe. I could smell it coming through the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we finally chased him out of here.
The Blue Thunder Show.
Yeah,
Well,
I like the sound of that.
you want to go into conspiracy theories, or what do you want to do?
Well, Jason's got one of Odie drinking the olive oil. That's pretty entertaining.
I get sympathy gags from that one. Okay, bring it on.
This is going to require you pulling up the video.
I know. I'm waiting for a link.
Oh, you want me to find the link for you?
No,
Okay.
I thought Jason Black had the link.
Jason, can you help us out? We're already flailing over here. There we go.
Like 10 misunderstandings later.
Thank you, sir.
Copy. All right, YouTube, don't hassle me.
Blue Thunder Down Under show. I like
What?
the sound of that, Frog.
I hate you. I really hate you. YouTube. Oh.
Dragonsmith says shark cartilage pills give him the fortitude and the aggression he likes to have.
Is there audio on this?
It's better with audio, that's for sure. Did you select in StreamYard to share your audio?
Yeah, I told it share audio, but then I did the application. Okay, I think you have to share a whole application instead of just a specific window or something like that.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So, if for those in the chat who doesn't know who this mushroom-headed lad is, that is Odie, who is the artist on Xenotype. And there was I don't know if this was a stretch goal or it was a dare. I don't remember what it was, but Liam Gray, the writer and creator of Xenotype, challenged, I think it was Liam who challenged Odie, or maybe it was Odie who challenged himself. I don't remember. This was a while ago.
It was Odie did it to himself. Said, I'll
Okay.
do this if something.
Okay, so maybe it was a stretch goal, or maybe it wasn't even on the campaign, but he just said, if this happens, then I'll drink, a bottle of olive oil. So for some reason, he starts chugging this nuclear green olive oil, which is probably really high grade Grecian olive oil, I'm guessing, since he lives in Greece. And he's gagging, he's suppressing vomit, and for some reason, he thought that chugging milk along with the olive oil would help him get it down. And Jason said that it was when Xenotype reached 500 backers. And so when we announced this, the backers stopped dead for hours. Odie still has the naivete of youth.
I can hear Michael Bancroft in this stream egging him on with everybody else.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, Odie was able, so he gets it all down without vomiting. But then I believe that after the stream was over, he heaved his guts into the old porcelain throne. Although I still don't know what the excuse was for that haircut.
I think it was just him. He's not like into the Cure or anything like that.
It was giving me flashbacks to the early 80s. Mo says he was a mod on that stream. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Oh, well, at least Odie has the support of his girlfriend. I'm so proud to call you my boyfriend, Odie. She's got low standards, doesn't she?
She's young too, young and naive.
Oh.
If it weren't for being stupid, none of us would ever get married.
Oh man. Jason says he was laid up for a couple of days after this stunt.
Mm-hmm. The dumb things we do to impress women, and the fact that they're ever they're not impressed. They actually take pity on us for them, and that's it.
You're not kidding, man. It's usually that they're not impressed, but they have compassion, and somehow we get some mileage out of that compassion without realizing it.
Share with audio. How did you and your wife meet, if that's okay?
We met we totally by accident. And it was Jack Stafford says the epic Odysseus Theodoratos. Watching this actually makes me sick every time. Oh. Vilned Camel Moon might have gone off to sleep. He was going to go check out the Shane Davis stream because we had gotten to the point where he had reached his goals and Mike Bancroft had forgotten he was supposed to be at a meeting for work. So he's quote unquote working right now and still monitoring the chat, as you can probably see by now. So Camel Moon bailed. He's going to check out Shane's stream. And I think if he can't get on that stream, he's probably going to pass out because that guy has been streaming. I wasn't kidding when I said 8 or 10 hours or something like that. He's done, I don't know, 5-6 streams today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he started out on Tiber's stream, and he was mostly with it for that one.
I didn't know Art was going live today. I just happened to catch an alert about, I don't know, it was maybe halfway through, and there were no other mods. So thankfully, my wife was home today and was able to watch the kids. So I moderated that stream for Art while the two of those guys talked. And yeah, Camel Moon seemed pretty spry for that one.
Mm-hmm.
But then he went and did a bunch of shows today.
I missed the first 15 minutes of that one, so they might have been joking about it already, but it was with Art's haircut and the wave comb, and then Camel's wave comb the same direction. They look like time machine stuff going on there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I was joking that Art looked like Camel Moon's dad. Because it wasn't just the hair color, because Art's hair was jet black when he was younger.
Yeah.
But then they have a similar nose, similar facial structure, and then similar glasses.
And the beard. the beards are crazy.
Yeah.
Art's moving to Texas.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if these are related.
Maybe to be closer to his son.
Yeah. I think that's what's really driving this, not the mayhem in California, but
yeah. Well, he'll be disappointed when he gets there and he finds out that Camel Moon moved to Florida.
Take his little glass wall with him.
Right. his plastic plants and his glass wall.
The hell happened, guys?
You weren't here. Everything fell apart.
That's all right. That's
all
right.
You ditched Camel Moon, so he ditched you back.
Yeah,
we were just talking about.
And then, as Frog G just pointed out, and then Ethan started streaming.
That would explain the extra 10 people we lost. Okay.
That's still pretty good.
I was trying to fill the air with asking Joe how he met his wife, but we can hold that for another time.
He just was like, well, screw that guy. If he's going to leave me hanging, he's going to jump. Is that what happened?
Uh-huh.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah, but we got him
gonna
back.
Get back him.
When you
Right.
left, Blue and I left too, so Camelman was stuck solo.
Shane's stream just ended, lol. I bet he's heading to Ethan's chat now.
Probably.
This will
That'd be
not stand.
That'd be funny if Camel Moon went to Ethan's show and then did another $15,000-$20,000 as he's falling asleep live on air.
They just do it for him because he's passed out.
Well,
Jack's-
in other news, I mean, better news, really, brighter news. Check this out. Let me share it. Where the hell is it? There it is. 568 backers. Well, Jason, I am really out of sync. How do I stop that? Look at that. I'm talking. I'm way out
Yeah,
of
I was
sync.
just going to tell Jason, it's like the old Kung Fu movies I used to watch that were filmed in China and then dubbed into English.
Damn. Okay, 1 sec. I'm going to leave again, and I'm just going to hit the old ref.
Lord Crackhead 33 says, Camel got what he wanted and bailed. Grifter Moon.
That's pretty much it. That's the second time he's done that. He's like, well, I broke your record. I'm out of here.
And he's
Camel got
back.
what he wanted and bailed. Grifter Moon. Hashtag Grifter Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was sharing that the Lucent is getting backers again. It was stagnant for a good couple of weeks.
That's
great. And now, yeah, it's jumping back up again. Less than 500 away from 30,000. And, and 2 away from 560 backers.
It might have been that picture you posted.
It could be. Could be.
People thought, oh, that campaign's still going?
The one where he heals the hand with ginger?
That's
No.
No. The other one where she's all bent over and going
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
She
Hello,
looks like
Poland.
Hello, gentlemen.
How's it
Hey,
going, Poland?
We were abandoned by our guest because I abandoned him for half an hour.
No, he abandoned you because he's a grifter.
Grifter Moon.
Grifter Moon.
Get it started, everyone. Hashtag Grifter Moon.
You were very gracious to offer your platform, Michael.
If you missed any of
And
the
it-
standees, says Mo, you can pick them up at Walmart.
That's not true. Nobody is going to Walmart anymore. You can get them at Target.
Camel's always looking for that greener patch.
Did I miss in that article, Joe, how many comics they've sold at Walmart?
I don't believe it was noted in the article.
Because Vilned did a tweet. Where was it? I was just looking at Liam's tweet feed, and it said, "Where is it? Nope. Yeah, he said 100,000. 100,000 at $4.98.
Well, I know that okay, so what it was in the article is they did say that Allegiance had printed 140,000, so they were ready to distribute those. And I don't know in the first wave of distribution when the Walmart locations shelved the books, I don't know, how many of those 140,000 were sitting on the shelf in that first wave. But in the article, it did not talk about how many of the 140,000 sold through.
Yeah.
That's one of the really important elements of this whole Walmart deal is that they have to deal with the question of returnability.
Yeah, once those returns come back, that's when the real pain starts.
Yeah.
Crackhead is informing us, yes, he is in Ethan's chat right now. It's son of a bitch!
I'm looking for him.
Shameless. Shameless.
He just couldn't hack being the captain. He's clearly not leader material.
No,
That weight was too much to bear.
the pressure got to him.
Let's see if I can. Here we go. We're going to see if we can see him. All right, let's share that screen. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Yeah. If we stream snipe him, and then everyone from our chat can make fun of Grifter Moon in Ethan's chat.
Oh, they're talking about that letter from an office underneath the president saying quit teaching Marxism as standard job training.
For the federal
He's
government.
There. He's there.
Yeah.
Blue Samurai Zero, fancy seeing you here. Let's get this started. Hashtag Grifter Moon.
Yeah, I said.
Oh no, I don't have a G.
To him.
I got it. Hashtag Grifter Moon.
It's so true. Second time he's done that to you too, Michael. You know what they say about cheaters? Once they cheat,
He does like to drop out quickly. Too bad. Oh, Ethan's he's starting to pick up people in here now, so we'll probably get drowned out pretty quickly. Camel Moon says, "Go to your meeting." The meeting finished.
Hey, Mortal V laughed at us. Cool. I have to remember my highlights aren't the same as your highlights, right? Okay.
They're talking about stuff. Yeah, I see you in there, Black Rose Comics. Good to see. Get it started.
Yeah, looks like Jack Stafford is repping you as well. Good man.
Grifter Moon.
Eric is. I'm gonna give Eric a little thumbs up for that.
He's not a crescent moon. It's a Grifter Moon.
Dragon Smith is experiencing life as a quantum particle in two places at once.
Yep. Good. Look at this Australian internet. I can't even upload emojis quickly. 2 streams is too much. 1 stream is too much. 2 streams is.
Good night, Frog. Have a good one.
All right, my internet is totally not coping with this double stream.
So
let's see what I can do.
Is the internet infrastructure in Australia essentially the same across the country, or is each state set up a little differently?
Well, we have the national broadband network.
Okay.
So that's the big thing that we paid tens of billions of dollars for. That is, as good as what most of the world had 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But not everyone can get access to it. It's still being rolled out. It's been rolled out for the last 10 years.
Wow.
So it's taken so long that now it's totally outdated. And everyone said that would happen as well.
Is it cable or fiber optic or something else?
I think it's fiber optic, the national broadband. But yeah, I think we're on cable now.
Okay.
So we actually do get pretty good speeds sometimes, but I think it's the latency which is the issue, and then the uploads are just absolutely pathetic. Which is it can't handle much at once.
Mm-hmm. So with all of Victoria locked down and everybody presumably online virtually 24/7, have you
Yeah.
noticed your
Yes.
problems have increased since the lockdown?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Mo says, we've lost half our viewers since Michael's precious meeting. Well, I mean, a little blame for Camel Moon dropping the ball, and then a little blame for our good friend Ethan starting up. So, and then Mel rightly points out, but the true fans are sticking around, right, Mo?
Struth.
Hey, Michael, you're always talking about how America, everybody in the world pays attention to America for political reasons. You know, what we do trade wise
And also
affects things.
entertainment reasons.
Okay, because we're so
Even
silly.
your politics are entertaining.
Good. What about? I gotta pull up this article now. Where did I find this? I spoke too soon. Excuse me a moment.
Michael, he's been doing this to me the entire time you were gone. I finally understand what you've been putting up with all these months.
I'm trying to find the right keywords for the article.
As well, and I know I kind of dropped the ball on this because we have 20 viewers less, but if there is anyone in here who isn't subscribed to the channel for whatever reason, I know some people do watch shows a lot and they aren't subscribed. I'm trying to get up to 1,500 subs. We're kind of knocking on the door. What is it up to? It's like 1,480 something. 1,485. Just a small 15. Get your grandma to sub. I don't know. I need to stroke that ego. What are you looking for, Blue?
An article that I saw today that stems from a Newsweek article from.
He's going to
earlier.
the library. To find...
Yes.
I don't know, guys. You reckon we just ended here in what's the word? No, I'm not going to pull it out. I think we've been beaten.
Before we end it all, I've got a question for you. So when it comes to Aussie slang, I understand that True Blue and Dinky Die seem to mean roughly the same thing, and I understand True Blue, but what does Dinky Die refer to?
Dinky Die is an adjective. What does it refer to? No, I think you're pretty much on the ball. It is a synonym, as much as I can tell.
Okay.
Both of them are pretty archaic.
So it's like enthusiastic loyalty is my understanding.
Like you can't be a Dinky Die Aussie unless you are you embrace all of the, unique, strange, quirky Australianisms. That's what it means. Dinky Die.
And is it DINKY DIE?
I would think it would be DINKI, new word, DI. But don't quote me on that. It's probably one of those words that, everyone has their own spelling for.
Well, as we're hemorrhaging viewers, let's change the subject. Anyway,
fair dinkum. Sorry, just to cap that subject out that is so popular. Fair dinkum means genuine. So but it's also, you can use it as an exclamation. Fair dinkum, like that. But if someone's being fair dinkum, that means they're being genuine.
Mm-hmm. So last night on Scotsman's stream, we discussed what became this article.
Yep.
And I found a Newsweek article in the middle of the stream on it as well. But before we dive into this, we should define a couple of different voting terms in the U.S. Vote by mail is being used very broadly, and what that really is sending everyone a ballot to be mailed in. Early voting is different, and you have to sign up for it, just like absentee ballots you have to sign up for specifically. So those aren't exactly the same. Where I've voted by mail or absentee, I actually have to sign the outside of the envelope, which means my signature is publicly visible, or you just go downtown and put it in the slot of the county building. So that's it. But there are different rules for different states. They're due on what do you call it? Election day. So they can't be late. They can't be postmarked past elect, or they can't be late even if they're postmarked. But that'll vary by state. So there's laying that out. Vote by mail is to give everybody a ballot by mail. And the problems that come up with that are with ballot harvesting. Like, I'll collect your ballot for you. You get people who go through the ballots, remark them, discard them, fill them in for you, things like that. So it's not, that's where one abuse is, because you can drop it off. You don't have to mail it in. So that's people who will collect ballots and then turn them in. We also have tons of dead people on voter rolls, especially in Florida, where in Georgia.
Any cats?
Oh yeah, cats too, where they have found, in the time period where they're still counting ballots and then say, oh, these just came in the mail, or somebody who was working a voter site has been caught driving ballots in, and they have boxes of ballots in the back of their car, none of which are legitimate, and they're turning those in late. It's basically ballot box stuffing after the fact is what it is. So with that in mind, that's what's going on with all this push for vote by mail in the United States. It's an attempt to steal an election. That's all it is. Now, what came up on Scotsman's stream last night was that months ago, if you know what wargaming is, just to plan things out, plan for contingencies, on Soros's dime, 100 anti-Trumpers, so of any party, got together to wargame what would happen in different scenarios in the election. And basically, the only peaceful way forward is a Biden win by landslide. That's it. So if it's contestable, they have a contingency for that. And anything else is going to be rioting in the street. And that's what this article is about. In fact, I should probably just put the link in the chat. Copy. Where are we? Paste.
Yeah, the way I understand it is they're seeding the ground, they're seeding the earth right now with little just thoughts, They're going to, they're not going to say it's correct and whatever. And in the chance that Trump wins, then they're not going to concede, and they're just going to wait until there's inevitable, what's it called, people saying, well, there's discrepancies here in the mail-in voting. Okay, now we have to take it to court, and from there, yeah.
And they say in this article, we have a definition for dingadum is a good deal or well understood and agreed. If you aren't watching him, we're missing out. Cool.
No, Tim Pool has been going on about this for months now.
I didn't know that. I am missing out.
Yeah, you should definitely watch Tim Pool. He's getting like 50,000 viewers on his live streams now. I wish he would start talking about Comicsgate again. He gets some more eyeballs on it. But it's funny watching him because I was always like, I like listening to Tim Pool because he's on the left and he gives a more objective view. It's not that's why I stopped listening to a lot of the people on the right, because it's just sort of like, if everyone is just saying things that you agree with, well, you're not really getting outside your bubble. But now Tim Pool is like pretty dyed-in-the-wool Trump supporter. It's very funny to watch that whole progression for him. But I mean, from his point of view, it's just like there's people rioting in the streets, and it's gotten crazy now.
When did he ever talk about CG?
Tim Pool?
Yeah.
He back when it wasn't a election year.
Oh, okay.
He would touch on a lot of culture war stuff, and one of them was Comicsgate. I don't know if he ever mentioned Ethan, but he may have. But he just talked about comics game. I should go. That'd be good to go back and try and find that. I don't know exactly when it was. It would have been around the whole Zach thing, I reckon. And he was just saying, there's a group of people who are, just doing the same thing that everyone has done in their own, small industries and groups and whatever, and they're fighting back against the far left who are just trying to get ideological and dogmatic with it all.
Jason Black said that Tim gets a super chat about CG almost every week. Last one suggested inviting EVS on, but Tim's talking about people dying in the street, so maybe when things calm down, he might.
Yeah. When it's election year, I mean, that's when I got really big into Tim Pool. I always knew about him on the side. I thought he does some pretty cool stuff. I like when he went to Sweden, when people were saying go to Sweden and see what it's like. He actually went. But
I catch him like 2 or 3 times a month. That's about it.
Yeah, well, just the subject of what he's talking about, it can kind of get a bit, he talks about a lot about how the Democrats are losing it and they're getting desperate and all that sort of stuff, which they do seem to be doing. But he's a good source, I think, for just because I just get the impression that he reads what's going on in the news for about 6 hours a day. So he just distills all the most important stuff down into one thing, so you can kind of get a handle on it.
Yep. And I brought this up in case you had heard of it, so you could talk about it. But I did drop the link in the chat for people who want to actually read it, and I've highlighted the key phrase there. It's a little bit low on the screen right here. Is that if they lose, they're going to start street fights, not a legal battle.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And you're starting to hear the language, actually. If you listen, even Biden got in on it at one point, which is to say, if you want the peace to return to the streets, you have to vote for us.
Right.
And, they would say, oh, we're just saying that's because Trump is such a divisive figure that he's causing all of this uprising. But another way to look at it is, we're in charge of all these cities where all this is happening. We have the power to lock it all down, but we're not going to unless you elect us.
Just like the mafia running a protection racket.
Yeah, that you can interpret it that way. It's pretty crazy. All right, I don't think we should go on ad nauseum on political stuff, but that is a really important thing that's happening. So thanks for bringing that up, Lou. I agree with it. More people need to know about that because once you see it, it's hard to unsee.
Now, I thought you might have some better insight being a foreigner and what you've heard and your experience over there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's easier for me that because I don't have any real skin in the game. I can look at things a bit more dispassionately, but only to a point. And I'm always interested in that sort of stuff anyway. It's getting pretty crazy over there, though. This is not an election like I've ever seen in any US US election. But I probably only started paying attention around the Clinton era.
I just really enjoy that you guys do get a laugh out of the stupidity that we all laugh at too, to be honest.
Well, it is pretty crazy. All right, maybe even though he was a grifter, it was his show. Let's see what he did get up to in the end. Where is he? There he is.
Hey.
Camel Moon, 43. What did we start with? Do you guys remember?
He left at 6:05.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he was under 43 before the stream started.
And he didn't get any more backers, and that's because he left.
Yep.
If you don't believe in your campaign enough to hang around for another couple of minutes while I do my important business, I mean, you can't really expect others to
to
come out backing you. So Crackhead says Grifter Moon is adding seasonal Ethan, saying his campaign ends in 30 minutes. Lol, the grift never ends.
Well, he's getting exactly what he deserves, which is absolutely nothing.
No, since we stopped harassing him in EVS's chat, he's gotten 4 more backers, and almost $500 more.
I like my
Wow.
version of events better blue.
Maybe let's hope he forgot to, or he ticked off the going into in demand thing, so it just ends here.
Maybe he forgot.
No, it gets ticked on automatically. I'm sure he's fine.
Is that the norm that it's automatically there?
Yeah. Ooh. Message 2. These guys are in for a real fight. And as well, I mean, let's end it on something positive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Lucent.
Yeah.
Something we do care about.
That's
right.
right. I mean, someone who, you know, he'll come back from a meeting and
Except
not
for
leave
Mo.
people hanging. What's that?
Something we all care about except for Mo.
Dragonsmith says, I love Camel Moon. Well, yeah. At least you do.
He's got it. He can count at least on one fan.
That's right. That's right. He's got one left.
That's important.
Yeah, I need to get to 30,000, don't I? Then I'll have something to brag about. Has anyone here not shared it with their mums and dads and sisters and brothers? Maybe they want to see this. Look. I'm totally done shilling tonight. There's no shill happening. I am done. I'm done. Guys, I think it's time to end it.
Yeah, no homo, but did your meeting go well?
You know what meetings are like, especially over the internet.
People showed up, they talked, and then it was over.
Someone was presenting something. Everyone said, oh, that was really informative. And yeah.
And then we all moved on with our lives.
Yeah, I did, Lord Crackhead. It's been going well. I think ever since I started sharing a bit more art, and you guys as well. I see you out there, Rick Saylor, Jack, Todd. I see a lot of you guys out there in the other chats, really pushing it. So I really can't thank you enough for that, because that is definitely playing a part in it. Because, you know, I just need to get back into people's minds. And so I'm sharing art, and I brought it back down to $25 because it was getting ridiculous. I think it's all adding up, and that's why we're starting to see backers roll in again. Maybe by the time I get to print it, it'll be up to about 600. That'd be nice. We can push for 600. That would be cool. But
maybe
let's end it here.
Camel Moon, we can go over the conspiracy theory of the flat moon.
Let's do it. I've not heard that one, but let's do it. Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm not sure what we'll be talking about or who we'll be talking to, but we'll figure that out at some point. Thank you, Joe, Blue, Poland. We just said hello to you, but now we're going to say goodbye. And to all the people in the chat who stuck with us through weirdness and meetings, and I mean, what a strange stream. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys. Bye. How the chat.